Good afternoon and welcome to a wet Skegness for the BriSCA Formula 2 World Championship meeting. A little bit of controversy before the meeting and involves man on the front row, Bill Batten. I think a bit of a story, Bill.
Yeah, I won't be competing in the World Final this year, although I'm on the front row of the grid. I've just been out with my car and it's totally useless out there, owing to the fact that they're in a confirmation of rules that say that they've clarified the rules in the last 3 days, which more or less made my car totally useless. So I've been out there now and it is useless, so it's on the trailer and that's where it can stay. It's my opinion that Gordon McDougall didn't want me in the World Final to start with. The last 2 years I've been taken out by a Scotsman, and this year I've been taken out by another Scotsman indirectly. So as far as I'm concerned, Gordon McDougall and BriSCA Formula 2 better get their act together, because I certainly won't be competing and it'll probably make a lot of people happy. But until such times as I can get my car to work with it set up, then I won't be racing.
Just, it's been rumoured this suspension was illegal for the last couple of weeks, Bill. What actually are they saying is illegal about it?
What they say is the rule book says that your wheels should be equal distant to the chassis. My wheels, if you measure from the face of the hub, every wheel on the car from the face of the hub was equal distant to the chassis. The fact that there were some wheels stepped out 1/4 of an inch or 2 inches or 5 inches or whatever, the rule book doesn't state that. But McDougall, in his wisdom, has turned around and said that that is no good anymore. The other point is, the shock absorbers that I were using on my car were originally double adjustable units. They said at the beginning of last year, no double adjustable units to be used. So I take my shock absorbers off, I go back to the factory, they do away with the secondary adjustment. I have not raced with double adjustable shock absorbers on my car. But also now he says that shock absorbers that have been altered to be made back to single adjustable shockers 3 days ago, he says, cannot be used. So there's the car, and that's it. I'm sorry to all the fans, I'm just sorry.
How long have you raced with your car set up like this?
The car has been raced like this for, well, ever since this one been made, and the other one which Bryn Thomas had off me, ever since I've been back racing. Was it 3 years now, 4 years?
And they've decided 3 days ago that your car's...
3 days ago. No practice, no trying the car out anywhere, no nothing.
Anyway, it's a shame to see it on there, Bill. So I think
it's a shame, but it's too bad. I don't need to... Look, I would love to be world champion, don't get me wrong. I've been there 3 times before. It doesn't mean the world to me. If I was world champion, I'd move around the country and try and show it off and do a proper job with it. But the fact is, there's no way I'll be world champion this year.
So what's the next step now as regards the BSTDA taking this up with BriSCA about the legality of this sort of setup for the future?
They just turn around and tell you that it was put out to the Board of Control members, and the vote came in 3 each. And McDougall turned around and said that he has the casting vote, so therefore all these things will be banned. Well, the other thing is, you see now, that there is absolutely no tolerance whatsoever with wheels. Every wheel has to be equal distant. Now, when this race finishes today, I'm going round, as a Board of Control director, I'm going around to all the cars with my tape measure. And if there's as much as 1/8 of an inch discrepancy, now if an axle gets knocked across the car during the race, and it still comes over the line first, that car is illegal. Now, the rules is good for one, let them be good for all.
Fair comment, Bill.
That's my answer.
Totally fed up, wet through, thought, want to go home.
Oh, right. Who are you? Ready? 804 Ian King, good afternoon, Ian.
Good afternoon, Martin.
Wet?
It's just drizzling a little bit. I don't know what's going to happen today, but...
I wouldn't think you're too unhappy with the wet weather, though, are you?
Oh, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No. I've been to practice and I've got wet legs now, my feet's wet, and... I can't see, that's the problem. Yeah. Poor bloke with glasses. It's no good for me.
But second row inside?
Is that where it's at?
Yeah, I think it's out, and nobody on the front row outside anymore, is there?
No, I think Bill will be out there a bit later.
Well,
he'll find up.
He's just loaded up and he said that's where it's staying.
Yeah.
But that's, as I say, that's Bill's choice.
That's right, that's Bill's choice. The gap will soon be filled.
Yeah.
Somebody will be there.
Yeah. But the weather, it seems to be strike Vinton lucky again, isn't it? Every
well,
time
that's right.
it pours with rain.
Pours with rain.
But the last World Final here was in the wet as well, wasn't it?
That's right, Saturday night, so we changed the night and it's still wet.
It's still wet.
Still wet. Last night would have been a good night.
Confident now, or just you'd have preferred it dry? You'd have preferred it on shale, I think, at Boston.
No, not really. I don't like Boston at all. No. I'd sooner stop away from Boston. would prefer it to be dry for a good race, because with it being so wet there, all you need is a push, not even a stuff, and you're around the wrong way. There's no grip. It's just like a skating rink. Even where the dry line was when it was wet before, is now just like marbles. There's no grip.
Probably going to be the luckiest driver today.
I would think it's the luckiest. I would think it's probably the driver that can keep his calm and not press the throttle. If you press your throttle, you stand still. If you can just sit there and be calm and tickle it, then you'll go forward.
Because on paper it was going to probably be one of the best world finals for a long time.
Well, that's right, yeah. It was going to be probably a...
Got the makings of a classic.
Yeah, got the makings of a good final.
Anyway, best of luck.
Thank you, Martin.
Let's hope it dries up. We've got 3 hours,
3 hours, that's right. He could
drive the fair bit.
He could drive. We could all get stuck in the pits.
Yeah. Yeah, you're stuck in the field, aren't you?
That's right. The annoying part is, like you said, the Formula 2 World Final, and we're at a park in the field.
I think a lot of the feeling is that some of the Formula 2 World Champion's been devalued probably with 4 formulas then.
That's right. Yeah, we've got Formula 1s, Formula 2s, Hotstox, and Saloon stocks, and it's just too much of a day for the presentation of the Formula 2 World Final.
But I think everybody knows what the big race is today anyway, don't they?
Well, hopefully, yeah. Hopefully there's a lot of sponsorship gone into it. With Races Hardware, Brian Randall Engines, Haven Tyres. There's been a lot of effort and money put into it. It's just a shame that it's been devalued, or the weather's spoilt it again.
Anyway, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Today, and hopefully, we might be talking to you.
Well, that's right. We'll be talking again in a few hours. That's right.
Thanks very much, Ed.
Cheers.
642 Dave Lutton. Good afternoon, Dave.
Afternoon.
I would think it's just got happy memories of 1987, a wet track, and
yeah, it
you
does.
won the world final here at Skegness.
Yeah,
in 87.
I think we had a better position then. But yeah, it's similar. It's just going to even it out, isn't it?
And you've heard about Bill Batten?
I have, yeah. I don't know what all that nonsense is about. Yeah.
They're saying offset wheels and the centres of wheels, but
rule book's there to be abided by, isn't it? And everybody's got to do it.
Bill's chosen to load up, but that's a different story. Right, your chances this afternoon, you confident?
Not really. I think it'll be a bit of a lottery myself, but we'll be out there anyhow, having a go. So,
but you've had a bit of an up-and-down season, haven't you? Seen
we have,
yeah. Where you've been unbeatable, and then you've looked like a novice the next week.
That's right.
A week later, you've come back, been unbeatable again.
We've tried lots and lots and lots of ideas on the car this year. Probably you can't see it from the outside, but we have, and yeah, we've learned a lot this year. Put it that way. With a guy that's been helping me, John Fowler, we've learned a terrific amount this season, and hopefully we can put it all together next year, and come out with something good.
701 John Thomas. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, sir.
Logical person to interview. You've got an umbrella.
Yes. Marvellous day, marvellous weather. It's going to be great racing, really entertaining stuff. You'll like come dancing out there, isn't it? Bloody hell.
Seems to be there's this hex on Skegness and a big meeting, isn't there?
Well, it's speaky, isn't it? I know what he's doing. He brings a bloody bucket full of rain beetles and squashes them on the way here. I know he does. It just suits him, doesn't it?
Must suit Rob today now, though, I think.
Yeah. Well, whoever wins it out there will deserve it, won't they? In this weather, It should be all good fun.
But you must have, before Cowdenbeath, you were going so well, and
yeah, but
you were well in the place in the semi, and you lost a few places. But your form at Skegness, you must have really fancied your chances this year.
I did, actually. I thought we were going to go well, and you just needed a bit of warm weather and that, the track dry. We got chassis damage a couple of weeks ago, and we hadn't really had a chance to set it up. It's never been dry enough to set it up, but we'll go out and bend some steel. We'll have some fun,
But we keep seeing you vanishing and coming back and vanishing and coming back. Are we going to see John Thompson next year?
Yeah, I'm going to take the points off Mr. Speak next year.
Have a crack at the
I'm going to have a crack. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Nice.
I know I am.
That's nice. That's good.
I'm a man with a mission.
Yeah, that's good. Anyway, best of luck this afternoon.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
I'll need it.
Cheers, mate. Thanks, John. Right.
Right, go on. Ask away.
Number 80, Pete Hall. Good afternoon, Pete.
Afternoon.
Lovely day.
As usual.
Yeah. I don't suppose you'll mind it a little bit wet though, will you?
I don't mind it wet at Skeg, Last time I came to Skeg, one Wednesday, we were absolutely throwing it down like this, and I took 2 races, so quite looking forward to this.
It's about row 7, is it? A row 8 you start?
I think it's about row 9 with foreigners in between, sort of thing.
It's going to be a bit of a lottery, I would think, out there today.
Anything could happen, anything goes, sort of thing. Yeah. It's difficult to come into corners like this because you can easily get to anybody you want to do, really. push from as far back as I could, easily upset front runners, if you will, even 9 rows back. If everybody connects together, how could happen?
Do you think it might happen, that?
Well, as me and Tomo there, how could happen with Tomo?
Well, Tomo just said he's going for the points next year as well.
Is he? Well,
he's going for the national
yeah.
points next year. I think he's a long way back. I think he really fancies his chances.
Well, like I say, anything goes.
Track, but...
I'm glad I'm not front row.
Okay.
If I wasn't front row, I'd be a bit apprehensive, put it that way.
There's a blank space there now, that we're back pulling out the race.
There is?
Yep.
Bill Batten's pulled out of the race?
Yep. His car's been deemed illegal.
Is that so?
And he said with the setup that he's been made to put into his car, he said it's just not handling, so he's chosen not to race.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what Bill's on the interview anyway, so there is a space on the front row.
All right. Oh, so 8.5 rows back now then.
8.5 rows back. Anyway, best of luck in the big race, Pete.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Any plans for next year? We're going to see you out and about again?
I've sold the car actually. I'm just contemplating whether to build one or buy one.
Yeah.
I may buy one.
If you buy one, what would you go for? Hickman type chassis or
I
the bigger sort?
It could be our call car.
Yeah, Howard, yeah.
I'll say no more on that front.
Goedemiddag dames en heren. Opnieuw hartelijk welkom in het stadion van Skegness voor de Formule 2 Stockcar Wereldkampioenschappen 1992. Plus Formule 1 Stockcar Racing, de Hotstox en de Saloon Stocks klasse. Het is altijd een genoegen op bij ons te hebben en we hopen dat u een fijne middag zult hebben en we wensen alle deelnemers veel geluk.
Soaked to the skin. Yeah, so I mean, yeah.
You there, Martin?
Yeah.
Go on in.
542 Pete Gilbert, good afternoon, Pete.
Afternoon.
Back of the grid, but I wouldn't think that worries you too much looking at that out there. I think there could be a...
Could be anybody's,
It could be anybody's. I would think on a dry track you probably wouldn't have fancied your chances, but I think you've got to look at it today and think, well, I must be with half a shame.
It is hard to say, really. Very hard to say.
Now you got second in the consolation semi-final here, so you've raced here a few times this year.
Yeah.
Have you been out in practice today at all?
No,
No, I think most people have given it a miss.
never had a chance.
Any game plan for the race? Or
Just try and finish.
just crack a
Yeah.
few out of the way and
Try and finish.
see how many we
You
get?
won't be able to hit nothing today, will you? Nothing at all.
Cool.
You muck yourself up too much, I reckon.
What are your plans for any plans for next season? Anything new? Because earlier this year there was rumours going around you were going to retire, and stories go around you're going to retire. But then a fortnight later you appear and then you start travelling all over the country.
I don't know. Sometimes it gets to the stage where it pisses you off a bit, and you get fed up with it, and then it comes back again, doesn't it?
But next season we're liable to see Pete Gilbert out again.
Oh, more than likely.
And doing a bit of travelling again.
More than likely.
Yeah, well, I think that there's very few that really travel now, aren't there?
That's right.
It's become very
Trouble is-
regionalised, hasn't it?
Trouble is for us, it's like 3 hours before we get anywhere.
Where?
But Newton's our closest track, and really that's nearly a waste of time.
Anyway, best of luck today, Peter.
Thanks a lot.
And we'll, hopefully we might be talking to you on the start-finish line in
I hope
2 or 3 hours' time.
I hope so.
Thanks very much, Pete. Cheers.
T-shirts, the never-ending clearance sale at Bargain Prices My Life is still in operation over there. The BriSCA mugs could also be on sale in that shop. See it there on turn 3 on the pit bend, so treat yourself to one of the T-shirts. They're almost always sold out at every meeting, and then suddenly Vince is able to look around, our promoter Vince Moody, and he finds another couple of thousand here and there. But the T-shirt's extremely good value. You get a souvenir T-shirt from the shop over there on the far side during the course of the afternoon. So the first of the cars then lining up on the grid for Heat 1 for the Formula 2s, of which there are a lot here this afternoon. In fact, a very big programme of Formula 2s. We're certainly topping the bill, and of course leading up to the 1992 World Championship should be good. We're certainly all looking forward to it here, and indeed we're hoping that the weather may, by the time we get round to the big race, have just opened up a little bit. Let's hope that that's the case. Similar sort of weather just a week ago in Barlow for the Long Track Championship, and I think Kitty and Noel Klaus, who are with us this afternoon, have brought it along with them on the basis that, well, whatever we have, you've got to have as well. 26 cars on the grid. Certainly the contingent out there will mean some quite rapid sorting, one would rather predict. Nice smart little outfit there of Jeff Coleman, number 239. So the green flag goes down, and these drivers will be trying hard to get to grips with the track, and you can see how hard some of them are trying. Stephanie Estelle goes into the lead in number 207, then goes wide on that turn. They're all slipping around the bend, and already there's a little piece of metal down there on the track. Just in front of us, may not create too many problems. Stewart is aware, and we'll be keeping an eye on that. Jeff Burrows still to start. He has now, number 22, after taking a short trip into the fence, and the man who goes across the line in the lead of the first lap, number 909, Neil Horrell. Will he be able to remain out there? And just look at him, slipping and sliding all over the place. Car number 81 was in that second place. He's departed down there, I think, and indeed is stuck in the fence, and he's been joined by 515, Alan Veal. Leader still Neil Horrell in 909 with number 536 in that second position. Steve Ross in 536, motoring down the back straight. Number 239 in third place, trying desperately to keep the car online around turns 3 and 4. 909, 536 and 239, 1, 2, 3 down the home straightaway. Jeff Coleman in car number 239 safely negotiates the first turn. There's a little nudge on the bumper of the man immediately in front of him in an effort to try and push him wide. The leader comes into the home straight, still Neil Horrell in 909, 536, 239. Kevin Reid in car number 23. He too is managing to get to grips with the track, and the man who goes out far too wide there and goes slipping and sliding all over the place was Adrian Pinfield in 530. Adrian then gets caught up with the number 554 car over on the far side, and both of them restart and rejoin after losing ground. Still, number 909, no changes there, avoiding the problems and the inside water splash. 536 still in that second position, not giving anything away at all. Steve Ross in 536. And the leader again coming into the home straight. 909, Neil Horrell. From 536. Cars beginning to mix now. It could be that Richard Mumford is up there in 355. Certainly been a lot of problems over there. Coleman in the fence right opposite race control and broadside across the track. Front end badly damaged, as you can see, but manages to slide it onto the centre green and get it out of the way. It's halfway next time, Mr. Starter. Thank you. So the Union flag comes out, and for anyone who doesn't know, that's an indication that we are A, at the halfway stage, and B, no one can now rejoin. They have the ilk to so do, because if they do, the steward will not be a happy man. 909, that's the man leading the pack at the moment. Over on the far side, no he's not, it's 355 by the look of it. Compton, I think, in 355, we just check that through next time round. That's the case. Richard Mumford in 355 from Neil Horrell in 909. Kevin Reid in car number 23 in that third place. He's just gone round the outside of Steve Ross in 536. 185. Oh, and Kevin Reid's got caught up, and another spot of bother over on that far side. 536 being spun round by Kev Reid in 23. Cost Kev a bit of space and ground as well. And it's 5 next time, Mr. Starter. Your leader is Richard Mumford in 355. Right opposite you now. Taking it easily and cautiously down the back straight into turns 3 and 4. keeps the power off, eases it around nicely, knows what's going to happen if indeed there's too much of the old boot, goes down on that accelerator, and those cars are going to start slipping and sliding straight out of the stadium. Mumford, in fact, gets caught up by a sliding back marker, and that was number 22, Jeff Burrows, who was giving the problem then, but he, in fact, used the front end to sweep that sliding car aside and maintains his number 1 slot without too many problems. Richard Mumford in 3.55 leading. Second man is Neil Horrell in 9.09, and Kev Reed third in number 23. Steve Widdowson up indeed now into 4th place in 6.35, and that's again another good performance in conditions such as they are from Widdowson in that very smartly presented car. Commented upon that last time we saw it here at Skegness, and indeed it is an extremely well presented machine. And indeed won the final last night, of course, here at Skegness. So Mr. Starter then clearly indicating to the drivers as to just how far they've got to go. Richard Mumford in 3.55, well out in the lead. Done well to open up that gap. Neil Horrell in 9.09, Kev Reed in 23, 1, 2, 3, safely through. And indeed a surprising number of the cars still left running, but one that isn't is Gary Hughes in 1.27, because he was left for a moment or two high and dry on the pit bend. He's now rejoined. And again, a costly little error for him. Kev Reed in 23 still chasing the man in 2nd place, 9.09. Oh, that's a bit tricky, right in front of us. Graham Bunter in pole. Right in front, in fact, of the lead car, which has now taken the checkered flag. We're waiting for the rest of them to come through. Richard Mumford winning that race, subject, of course, to final confirmation. Oh, and the second man not coming across by the look of it, or the man who was in 2nd place. So it could well be that Widdowson finds himself up there, and Horrell comes across the line in reverse. Well, that's fine. That's the way to do it. He's there in the places properly. 1 or 2 more to come through. Okay, Mr. Starter, the Reds, if you would, please. Come on then, ladies and gentlemen, all of you tucked cosily into that stand over on the far side. A nice round of applause for Richard Mumford, number 3.55. .355, Richard Mumford first across the line. The rest of the results for you. 2nd was number 23, Kev Reed. 3rd, 6.35, Steve Widdowson. 4th, 9.09, Neil Horrell. And 5th place, number 5.40, Andrew Meek. 6th was number 60, in 6th place, Brent Whitehead. 7th was 28, Graham Bunter. 8th, 7.51, Brian Smith. And to save those of you who are bound to make the journey if we don't give them to race control, 9th and 10th places were John Whitehead in number 5, and in 10th place, number 69, Simon Chalkley.
What umbrella? What umbrella?
That's it. Be quick, I'm getting cold.
753 Andy Morris, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Wonderful day, isn't it?
Beautiful day. We should have all stayed at home today.
Skegness weather.
Yes, typical. It's better than on Wednesday.
But this is how many World Finals for you? It's
9.
9 on the trot, isn't it?
Yes. I don't fancy anybody's chances out there today.
I would think it's a lottery, and I think a man from the back of the grid could near enough win it today.
I think anybody that's got a Pinto, a slow revving Pinto, could do brilliantly out there today. Because nobody's going to go very quick out there.
It's going to be it's wheel spinning, you might as well go backwards, put it in reverse, mightn't you?
Yep. Yeah, you might be as quick going backwards.
Anything different on the car for the World Final?
No, slightly different modified engine, and that's about all. Set it up the same, taking the shockers down. All the suspension is soft. We just have to pray.
You've been out in practice this morning?
No.
No?
No, I had practice on Wednesday night, and that was enough.
I've heard it slippy out there today.
It was slippy Wednesday. I did ask Vince to spend a bit of money on rough it up a bit on the corners, but these poor, overpaid, underworked promoters couldn't afford to rough the track up for us.
Ah, well. Anyway, best of luck today,
Yeah.
Will, and, you know, let's just hope.
Well, if we finish, that's about all we're going to do.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Cheers.
Bye.
Right, a bit of a historic occasion. We've got Les Clark and Roy Goodman with us, who both raced in the first ever Formula 2 World Final in 1963, which you actually won, Roy.
That's right.
And still both back out there. I think you switched to Super Sox for a bit.
Yeah, well, BriSCA packed up in Scotland,
Yeah.
so I changed over to Speedworth. Now they've packed up, I've come back to BriSCA again. So
And you've had a good run this last few weeks.
yeah, not
as
too
well,
bad, yeah. Do not too bad.
And this is your first time ever at Skegness?
Yeah. Yeah.
You've been out in practice?
No.
No? What about the conditions? Suit you or?
Yeah, should do, yeah. Been going quite well in the way just recently, so just hope for the best.
And Roy, you know, it's, as I say, let's say it's the first time you two have raced together since that day.
I think it is. I can't remember Les racing that day, but obviously was there. I remember Tiger Thompson, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think there was 6 or 7 of us doing, wasn't
And I think you said Roy Goodman's not going to win, or you drivers from Scotland had me up on 2 wheels, but I'll still come down on one.
But the conditions today, it's probably spoilt the race, and
I think it has really. It's the driver that suits the wet track, I suppose, or the wet suits the drive or whatever, and it just spoiled it really. Yeah.
And have you got plans to carry on next year? Cause it's,
yes.
There's life in the old dog yet.
Yeah.
Young man yet.
Yeah. And this is new car this year, was it, Les?
Yeah.
Is that self-built? Or?
Yeah, building myself.
And any further plans for next year, or?
No, we'll keep going.
You keep going?
Yeah.
And I'm like Les, I haven't been out practicing.
No.
You just get to the end of the straight and turn left, and that's it.
Anyway, it's nice to see you both here. You know, I think it's quite an occasion. I think, you know, 30 years on.
Yeah.
And best of luck to the pair of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks very much. 721 Graham Kelly. Good afternoon, Graham.
Right.
Wet.
Very.
Did it suit you the wet, or would you have preferred it dry?
Prefer the dry. A little experience in wet.
But you've had a good season in Scotland this year, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been okay in the dry days, but the wet days aren't so good.
Yeah, there's basically 4 of it there, probably challenging for the top spot. There's Les Clark, George, Macmillan, Jim Harris and yourself. Changing places every week.
Yeah.
Any plans for today, or just take it as it comes?
Just take it as it comes.
Have you been out in practice this morning?
I've been out in practice. Well, seems to be okay, but it's not as fast as I would want it to be. Yeah.
But any plans for next year as well? You've got, you know, we're looking forward to next year.
Just trying to qualifying rounds and trying my best to get in the world again.
But you're on row 6 today now. That really could be an advantage. You know, you're not too near the front, and a bit of shoving at the front. You've got a chance to avoid it.
That's right. I'm starting on the outside, so let's try to get back into the inside again.
But it could be a bit of a lottery today, I think, though, couldn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, the best of luck out there today, Graham.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Right, thanks.
Oh, what a foxy day. Thanks, mate.
732, Dave McLean, 45. Good Lord, 212, John Taylor. Thought he'd retired again. 879, Mick Rothwell. Phil Woodall in 344. 625, Paul Martin. The rather brutish looking machine there going by. Number 251, Alistair Forsyth. 151, Tony Lempard. 276, Keith Madden. And Malklock in 698. There are 29 cars on the grid. Megan and Twintic Autos up the barn. 29 cars about to make a start as they go down the home straight. Oh, yeah, and John Edington gets a remark by John Edington in the background that he does exactly the same thing. We'll perhaps explain that in joke just a little later on. Not a good thing to be talking about in jokes on the mic, but there are in fact 2 John Edingtons who race or have raced. One of them is out on the track and the other one is presently standing behind me. A little bit of confusion there, but we'll sort that out, I've no doubt. So the rest of the cars then are now circulating around here with car number 111, Stephen Featherstone, taking the lead, as he has done quite often here in the past and elsewhere. Hopefully he'll retain it a little while longer and maybe in with a better chance than normal in conditions as they are. 111 and Jim Learman in car number 700, along with the number 801 car, John Chapman, first, second and third. Oh dear, dear, oh dear. And somebody's sliding straight down there into the wires, bouncing back out, doesn't lose too much ground. Car number 10 is creating a problem over on the far side. One of the cars involved too was number 700, James Learman, who had to tackle a whole heap of problems immediately in front of him, which sent him onto the centre green and dropped him several places down. Something flying from the cars as they go by, and we have a new leader, Mr. Starter. It is now 801. So John Chapman, who comes Durham, leads the field down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4, comes nicely and carefully round the pit bend turn. Coming up against back markers very shortly is John Chapman, which might perhaps a problem or two. Nice recovery from 111 Steve Featherstone, who's maintained that second place after getting involved earlier on. And then having said that, that means that problems are going to happen, and it does, because just saying how clever he was to get into the second place, he loses it on the bottom turn and he loses it on the top turn as well, which might well put him right out of contention. The leader has gone as well, and change again up front, Mr. Starter. It is now car number 160, Colin Gregg. So Gregg, in that machine that we often mentioned before as being neat, also looking reasonably effective at the moment. Car number 160, Colin Gregg, in the lead. Still quite a way to go, remember, mind you. So 151 has moved up now into second place. Tony Lampard in 151, now second. There's certainly quite a stack of cars between first and second places, and no doubt there'll be a few more. Will there? Because the second placeman winds it up well down the back straight. And it's halfway next time for the lead car, Mr. Starter, which is number 160, Colin Gregg, in 160, going out wide on that turn. And that could be just the opportunity for Tony Lampard to get a little bit closer. Certainly, Gregg is aware of that in 160. Lampard flies down the back straight and gets away with it too, because he took the outside line all the way around the stadium, and in fact he's still there, although this time he's going to switch to the inside to try and pass John Taylor, who does his best to maintain control around 1 and 2. In fact, just about manages to do so, but certainly the gap between first and second places is narrowing quite rapidly. 160 and 151, remember, in first and second places. Whoa, and things happening down here on the home stretch. Didn't affect the lead cars, but it could well be a change in any moment now. Tony Lampard in 151, moving right up on Colin Gregg in 160. Gregg slipping out wide, and that could be the opportunity for Lampard to get through. He doesn't manage it on that occasion, but keep your eyes on those two cars. 160 and 151 in first and second places, picking the way through the back markers, just to make life a little bit more difficult. And it's 5 next time, Mr. Starter, and right on that, 5 laps to go. Anthony Lampard in car number 151 goes through to take the lead. So it's car 151, the lead car. Just keeping an eye on that leader, 151. Ain Faith Ain, the Koplopa. That's the one down that far side. Picks his way through the back markers, still in second place, 160. No change in the closing stages as far as first and second places are concerned, and indeed Lampard in number 151 seems to be increasing the gap. Gregg still there in the second place in 160. Keith Madden hits trouble over on the far side in 276. Mark Lock goes by in 698. He in fact is in 4th position at this stage in the proceedings. And we've got a problem by the look of it. Waved yellows over on the far side, Mr. Starter. Okay, Mr. Starter, will you put the reds out, please? Just 2.5, 3 laps to go. In fact, at that stage, when we had the cautions over on the far side, so the race stopped and the Result declared on the last full completed lap. Please note that, ladies and gentlemen, the last full completed lap. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause, please, for Andy Lampard. Tony Lampard, number 1, 5-1 on the back of the pace car with the checkered flag and the trophy. Put it all together nicely, kept his cool, and once he was through, opened up a useful gap. In number 160, and third place went to 779 Steve King. Fourth was 698 Malcolm Locke, and in fifth place 247 Alan Mitchell. Sixth place went to number 618, and in seventh place 276 Keith Madden. Eighth place went to number 73 Pete Overton. Ninth place was car number 330, and in 10th place number 801 John Chapman in 801.
100 George McMillan. Good afternoon, George.
Good afternoon.
Well, I think that's a bit, yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, I think that's a wet good afternoon.
Isn't it half? Yeah, it's wet.
You sneaked through as a reserve and got into
lucky.
Into the Cowden Beat semi and then qualified reasonably well.
Yep, sixth I finished, I think. Yeah, sixth, so that will put me seventh row somewhere there. 7 or 8, I'm not sure how the seeds come in. But we'll just go out and do our best. No looking forward to it in this light.
You don't like
the wet? No. Well, in saying that, the semi-final was wet and we came through okay, so who knows.
But it's going to be a bit of a lottery today.
It is, definitely. I'll be quite happy just to finish. So I'll no matter if I get a place, that's a bonus, but I'll be quite happy to stay out of trouble.
Anything different on the car?
No, everything's just as it was. We've been altering a few things, bits and bobs, but fortunately we've not to change anything. This new axle ruling or anything like that. Everything's running like that anyway.
We've just been talking to Graham Kelly. We were saying there's the 4 of you in Scotland. You, Graham, Les Clark and Jim Harris. There's a bit of a battle for the top dog in Scotland, shall we say?
There is, yep. I think there's probably about 15, 20 points separating 4 of us, and Les is just above. He's maybe about 50 points ahead, but there's not a lot in it at all.
Are you conscious? Is it a battle in Scotland for the top?
Yeah, it is, definitely. Yeah, it is, because everybody's trying, and there's no give at all. You're sitting there, and it used to be if you were line first or second, you were okay, but 4th and 5th places now we're having to fight for them because the 4 of us are so close, you know, trying to better each other in every race. So,
But also this year in Scotland there's been a real upsurge of the lower graders where...
no half.
Looks hard work for the lads at the back.
Yeah, I don't know how many seconds I've had this year. Loads of seconds, and it's always been a lower grader. You're just running out of laps, you know, that's what's wrong. Just running out of laps. Good luck to them. Don't wish you boys any harm. It's good to see them winning races.
But it's really picked up 40-odd cars
every week. Every week. It's getting a bit of a pain because we're having to split the races like 2 heats consolation, and we're having a time limit. We're missing Grand Nationals, so it's not doing our national points any good. You know. But however, enjoy the racing and that's it anyway.
Any game plan this afternoon, or just take it as it comes?
Just take it easy. I think we'll be doing quite well if we get round the first bend in this, so well.
What is it? Into the straight, count to 5, shut your eyes, count to 5 and turn left.
Aye, and make sure you don't count to 6. If you get to 6, you're too late, or you're not going fast enough.
You're just going to have a biscuit there, Gary? Yeah.
Well, I can't stop drinking my coffee.
686 Gary Hooper, good afternoon, Gary.
Hello there.
Suit you or not, the weather, or you?
Oh, the weather? Oh, I love it.
You don't mind the weather?
No, love it. I think it's gorgeous.
So you're going to revel in the wet condition, don't you?
Oh, I hope so, yeah. I've always liked driving in the wet.
Yeah.
You know, Cornish biscuits, Cornish gnomes, you know, they always... Do I look like a Cornish gnome?
A little bit, Gary, a little bit. But you had a little bit of bad luck in the semi-final, didn't you, at Buxton? You were absolutely flying and you were challenging. You looked capable of getting 3rd place at least, passing Mr. Broach, and the engine tightened up.
Just got a bit overeating problems. Very unusual for me because I hate engine problems. Hate them. You know, I've never normally suffered from engine problems. I don't mind knocking wheels off, but there's one thing, you know, depresses me is engine problems.
But a 3rd place, which I think you were probably capable of getting, you'd have been very happy.
Happy,
3rd or 4th on the grid here today, wouldn't you, with it being wet? But,
love it.
You've got a bit of hard work now, haven't you?
Well, there's a lot of cars to pass, but they're easier to pass when it's wet. A lot easier to pass.
So just no game plan, you're just normal style?
No, I don't have to. My days of pursuing the big titles and winning races are gone. I don't have to win anything. I've won them all.
You win this in
My name is on more or less every trophy in the Formula 2 book. So I'm here because I enjoy the sport, I enjoy the people, and I've got no ambitions left except to be here and enjoy the surroundings.
86 was it you won it? The
86, yeah.
Hartlepool, yeah.
Yeah, in 86, my number being 686. Nobody was going to beat me in 86. I put a lot of effort, a lot of money, a lot of time into.
That's just going. Keep going. And sorry, Gary,
oh, sorry.
A lot of effort and time into 86.
86,
yeah.
and nobody was going to beat me.
And you did the lap of honour on your. You ran the lap of honour that day, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, and my year of being champion in 87, I won all the major titles. I had them all on my bonnet, and that's the effort I put into it in 87. So no more. I don't need any more effort.
Just a bit of fun there.
Yeah. Just
it's just the surname. I'm not Bev Greenough, you see, with going to these Dutch lessons. Dutch Formula 2 driver course, Scooter.
Scooter, yeah. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Cor.
Good afternoon.
There's Formula 2 racing is a lot better in Holland now. It's
yes, it is now. Yes, the last year is it coming up from the ground. There's now many cars we have now. I think we started every day of every week at 30 cars. That's nice.
And how many Dutch drivers are over for? Is it 3 come over?
3 coming over, yes.
Which is you.
You or Willy Peters, that's the big boy in Holland.
He's the Dutch champion, is he, yeah?
No, that's Toon Schut.
Yeah?
Yes, and he's the second, I think. And Cor Cuppen, he's also driving it as me, for the fun.
What about the weather today, with it being so wet? Do you like driving in the wet?
Yes, but it's not, for the program, it's not good.
Good, yeah.
Yes.
You're here just to race this weekend, or are you staying in England for a few days? Because
no, I'm been this weekend here, and I'm driving tonight in Boston, and also 14 days in Northampton.
After the Formula 1 World Final?
Yes.
You're staying in England for that?
No, I'm coming home.
Yeah, you're going back to Holland and back over?
No, 14 days I'm coming back.
Anyway, best of luck this afternoon, Cor. In the big race, in the World Final. Best of luck to you.
Yes, I hope so. I don't know. You can nothing say with this weather. So everybody have chances.
Everybody's equal today. Because
yes, nobody had the engine. As you have a fast engine, you have not the RPMs. Very bad.
A call for Vince Moody to race control, please. Vince Moody to race control. ...24 cars on the grid. 24 auto's op de baan. There's a race over 16 London, the race over 16 laps, and they're underway. The green flag going down into turns 1 and 2. 8:48 taking the lead and coming out there with 2:01, 5:39 and 9:41. Powering quickly down there is that 9:41 car. That was quite an impressive performance from the 9:41 rider John Mason there as he came down the home straight very, very quickly indeed. He's repeating it here now, right in front of us and going round the turns. Pretty good. Let's hope that he can keep that up. But the lead car at the moment is 8:48 over on the far side from 2:01 and 9:41. First, second and third. And still that 9:41 car of John Mason is going like the proverbial rocket in relation to the conditions out there. Trying to pass David Mason on the outside, which he does. Mason drops down to third place in 2:01 and it's car number 8:48 actually leading the pack. Tony Burrows in 8:48 from 9:41 and 2:01. 1, 2, 3 of them poled up there on turn 3, but all out of harm's way. And 3:35. Mark Woodall goes flying around there as he exited from turn 2, took a marker tyre with him, has a quick little trip onto the centre green, and that little problem could well put him right out of contention. Still Tony Burrows in 8:48 leading from that second place man 9:41 John Mason, and Mason still being quite impressive out there, losing a little bit of ground on the turns each time round, but it's 8:48 going through from 9:41 and David Mason in 2:01. Andy Powell in back marker position in 6:93 there being overtaken. Back into the fray is Mark Woodall in 3:35. But of course he's lost ground, and the man who hasn't lost any ground is 8:75 Ian Moss. He's coming through nicely and indeed getting very close to making a challenge to the front of the pack because the leader's got caught there. Tony Burrows in 8:48 and Ian Moss has indeed moved up into second place now by the look of it in 8:75, and 2:01 is in third place, and that's David Mason. So it's 8:48, 8:75 and 2:01 first, second and third. 9:41 John Mason He's moved down into 4th place, and another man who's obviously making progress through this pack over on that far side and now coming into the home straight is Keith Stanford in number 33. Stanford certainly settling in nicely. We've got a whole heap of trouble again right in the middle of that bottom bend with a car broadside across the track with the wheels and bits and pieces hanging off it, but there is a way through. He's just been nudged. And the waved yellows, Mr. Starter, please. At the halfway, the waved yellows. So it's Ian Moss, number 875, your leader, Mr. Starter, under the waved yellow conditions. So the flag has gone down again. We're once again under full race conditions, and it's 875. Ian Moss, who takes over, goes down into 1 and 2 with quite a useful lead on the rest of the pack at this stage in the 6. And we are in the second half, Mr. Starter, of this event. Ian Moss then well in the lead in 875, broken away quite quickly, no problems for him, and a man with enough experience to ensure that he doesn't create any problems either. 848 still in that second place, and 941 third. So 848 the man. Tony Burrows easing down there, 941. John Mason in that second place. Oh, and in fact the third place man trampling all over a back marker by the big gate there. Even so, he's still very much in the frame, but just look at this enormous lead that Ian Moss in number 875 has opened up. So it's number 875, that's the leader. And it's 5 next to time. With 5 laps to go. Ian Moss looks certainly as if he's got this one sewn up in 875. See, that's the case, 848. Second place. Over half a lap behind now, in fact, the second place man, which is quite remarkable. Tony Burrows in 848 in that second place. Here's Stanford in third position in car number 33, and the car's well spread around there now. The second place man might well have had a spot of bother then with number 279 in back marker position. Just look at Stanford go as well, winds it up all the way around the outside of the pit bend. Obviously keen to get a little bit closer to the front, which he well might before the... Oh, and the second place man has gone, lost a wheel and all sorts of things floating around there. The wheel out of harm's way, fortunately, we hope. So we can continue the race at this stage. And indeed, one of the cars there saw that wheel was rolling on track and has prevented it from so doing. Good bit of thinking there by car number 338. Prevented a race stoppage, no doubt, with using his brain there, thanks to him. So it's 875. 33 in second place is Stanford. And goes Glenn Gregory, all on his own, in car number 75. Three-quarters of a lap between first and second places. It's Ian Moss, remember? That's the man, 875, who's about to take the checkered flag. 875 crosses the line first. Meanwhile, with 3/4 of a lap to go, we're waiting for number 33, Keith Stanford, who is in second position. And that one certainly sorted them all out. Checkered for Keith in number 33. Steve Maidlow third in 8.55. And keep them going, Mr. Starter, if you would. Quite obviously, they are spread, those that are running right away around this raceway. So if you're ready, pens, pencils and programs, 8.75, Neil Moss was first across the line. Second place went to number 33, Keith Stanford. And third was 8.55, Steve Maidlow. Fourth place went to 201, David Mason. And fifth place to number 142, David Feary. Sixth was 122, Martin Matthews. Seventh was 188, Simon Panton, and in eighth place was number 527, Tony Hooper. Ninth and 10th places, 539 and 75. The first 6 cars from the results go straight through to the final.
I'm glad it's raining.
You don't mind the wet?
No, not here. Been going well in wet. See how things go.
So you qualified through the consolation semi?
I did, just scraped through.
Okay. You're right at the back of the grid, but you've
well,
half a chance of making a few places.
I'm going to try and finish it top 10. That's me goal, you know, my aim, like, really.
You've had a reasonable season this year, haven't you?
Yeah.
A few wins, and they've picked up a
That's
few
it.
wins here.
Yeah, back down to yellow again, and, you know, just scraped in at blue roof with 1 point this month, like, but I'm not bothered now.
But it used to be something put into the car from Martin Lamb.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
still?
Yeah, he does a lot for me, really. Yeah. Yeah, he had a bit of an accident in it at practice one Wednesday night here, put it through the fence, but he repaired it for me anyway.
Was you only down on the track that day?
He was,
Yeah, I think that's the wind up next time we see Lammy. 622 Darren Bingley, good afternoon, Darren.
Good afternoon.
Looks like you've been out in practice already.
Well, yeah, just a bit wet.
Any problems with the... Well, everybody's got a problem out there. But
yeah, puts everybody on a par more though, with it being wet. Slow the 1300s down a bit.
And you're on row 6, I think, is it?
Row 6 inside, yeah.
So you must... I would think that probably would have been a dry day, Speaky and Batten would have been gone in the distance.
Probably, yeah.
It puts everybody, as you said, it puts everybody even. You must be in with a...
Yeah.
You must be with half a shout.
Well, it slows everybody down. All you can do is try, and if you finish the race, hopefully in a place.
Now, you've done a lot of travelling this year, haven't you?
Yeah, not as much as last year, but yeah, we've done the meetings this year.
And you've done a couple of Scotlands in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we race regular up at Cowdenbeath, yeah.
And plans for next year? Anything different, or...?
No, not as such, no, just carry on as we are. Yeah.
But I think that today it's, what is it, somewhere about 150 Formula 2s. I think Formula 2s, it's really taken up this year.
It's a great turnout of cars. It's just showing that it is the formula at the minute. It's the only one that can boom with the economy as it is.
I think the advantage, when you look round, there's people here with estate cars and saloon cars, and they've just got a trailer on the back.
Yeah.
There's not the problems of towing it, is there?
No, you don't have the same problems as you do with the Formula 1, so, yeah.
But, you know, you've got a nicely turned out outfit, a nice bus, and...
Yeah, thanks to the sponsors for that, really.
It's a credit to the sport, but Gold Roof has set it off nice, I would think.
Oh, it'd be superb. Dream come true if it could happen.
That's the one target, is it?
Yeah, that and the Scottish Championship.
Is that been...
That's been this year, yeah. Try again next year.
For next year.
Yeah.
Anyway, best of luck this afternoon.
Thanks very much,
Darren. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
We're now moving on to the first event for the Formula 1 stock cars here at Skegness this afternoon, in which once again the split grade system is being used. Whites and yellows, and then the blues and the reds. Chris Cook in car number 460, inside pole position. Chrissy Berg, number 302. Craig Smith, again in car number 407. Was racing last night, new engine fitted to the car. Done quite well actually, it's lasted him about 24 hours now. Phil Herzog is there in car number 533. Pete Palmer in 101. Nigel Wilkinson in 421. Mark Teal in number 90. Yellows coming through now. 393. Rob Strickland in 117. Wayne Handley in 378. Phil Bicknell in number 7 and 96. Lynn Daft at 22. Will Yarrow 25. John Speed and 121. Chris Wilkinson. Phil Smith at the back here in 509. And already 1 or 2 problems, not the least the fact that this is Phil Smith on the number 509 car. Doubts about that, certainly an administration, because the name doesn't even appear in the up-to-date driving list, so we'll try and check that out for you later on, and apologies for any mistakes made. So we're now underway with car number 533, Phil Herzog winding up down the home straight, into turns 1 and 2, from 421 in that second place, and Wayne Handley's third in 378. Remember, this is a race exclusively for whites and yellows in an effort to entice a few more of them out, particularly onto tarmac. And it would appear that it's indeed working. Number 25, John Speed, gets himself into all sorts of trouble over on the far side. Bill Bicknell manages to go through. Oh, and there's Craig Smith. Car number 407. There's anything to hit, Craig Smith will do it. Michael Smith goes away there in car number 393. 22, Will Yarrow has a short trip onto the centre green. Doesn't look as if he's going to bother to restart. And meanwhile, it's still Phil Herzog in 533. Rob Scriven in 117 there, goes snaking down the back straight. Wilkinson manages to get on the inside of him and pass him by, no problems there. Pete Palmer in car number 101. Nigel Wilkinson in 421. But just looking around the raceway now as the leaders come through, it's going to be Phil Herzog in 533. Comes from Manchester. Glenn Daft in car number 96 in that second place, and Wayne Handley's third in 378. Wilkinson won in fourth place in car number 421. And it's halfway next time, Mr. Starter. So Herzog in 533 wends his way through slower cars. Over on the far side, it looks as if one of the Wilkinsons might well have a little nibble at his bump as he went through. Chris Wilkinson, in fact, decided not to so do. And so Herzog is still there in 533 from Glenn Daft in car number 96 in that second place. Wayne Handley third in 378. 1, 2, 3. Nigel Wilkinson. He's in fourth place at the moment in 421. Just behind him is Rob Scriven in 117. Herzog certainly showing his form, very much so. In number 533 comes out of the fourth bend, down the home straightaway, almost taking it steadily, in fact, with 5 next time, Mr. Starter. So 5 laps to go next time. And round goes Wilkinson in 421. He was nicely placed until then, but that's going to cost him. Bumpers going in on the turn. Phil Bicknell goes round in car number 7. Slides back on the track over on that far side into a great cloud of steam. And Will Yarrow decides that John Speed isn't going fast enough and puts the bumper hard in to spin him round there. Graham Payne in 363 goes down the home straightaway. Rob Scriven in 117 likewise, and the leader coming through again. Still Herzog in 533. It isn't anymore. It's changed. Lindaft in car number 96. From Herzog in 533. Wayne Hanley third in 378. And Daft once through has quite obviously got the power to draw away. The last lap board goes out from Mr. Starder. Glenn Daft in number 96 from Phil Herzog in 533, first and second. Wayne Hanley third in 378. And all the rest could well be a lap down or so. So once again, Mr. Starter, it's a question of keeping them all going once the checker's gone down. Glenn Daft is about to take the checker in car number 96, which he does. Craig Smith goes by, car number 407. Managed to finish the race, as Craig, with all four wheels still on the track, or more importantly, still on the car. Official results then for you of the Formula One event. 96 Glenn Daft first. Second, 533 Phil Herzog. Third, 378 Wayne Handley. Fourth, 117 Rob Scriven. And fifth, 421. And sixth, 121 Nigel and Chris Wilkinson. Seventh was number 7 Phil Bicknell. Eighth was number 25 John Speed. Ninth was number 407. Let's see now, what's his name? Yes, 407, Craig Smith. And in 10th place was car number 22, Will Yarrow. So Peter Falling, of course, out there, who won for the third time the World Long Track Championship at Bonlow just a week ago. He, in fact, gets fired up and the green flag goes down now all the way, 371 and 441. Contesting the lead in the early stages, trampling all over each other on the back straight, and that has enabled Steve Hodgson, car number 172, to take the lead. And there's a problem down there too on that bend, involving Nigel Wharton in car number 422. He's now rejoined, and despite losing all that time, there's still more than a chance that Nigel Wharton will get into the first 8 places, particularly the way he usually moves around tarmac, has been known to move around here in particular. So, 172 is the lead car. Steve Hodgson, car number 172, from John Lord in 441 in second position, and third is Steve in car number 221. Wilf Warnes in 4th place in 91, and Frankie Wayman in 212. John Lund trying to get through there, but Junior Wayman shuts the door on him nicely in 515. Lund Bolton right inside line, and those two are still having their own little battle a little bit further down the grid, with John Lund having the edge at the moment in car number 53, and both of those cars, 53 and 515, moving up on John Torsten, car number 86, who in turn goes chasing the 272 car of Andy Hodgson all the way down the back straight. No bumpers going on occasion, which is quite surprising. Shane Doran in 371 catches a marker tyre over there on the far side. It is still Steve Hodgson in 172 leading from John Lord in 441. In that second place, Stephen Cooper third is 221. Then comes 212 Frankie Wayman, number 2 Paul Harrison, and 91 Will Warnes. 172 and 441. First and second places Hodgson and Steve are really showing the way around so far. .172 and 441. Hodgson breaking away all the time. Paul Harrison in third place now in car number 2. Frankie Wayman fourth in 212. Stephen Cooper fifth in 221. And car number 91 in sixth place. It's halfway next time, Mr. Starter, for the lead car. 172, Steve Hodgson. John Lorne hanging on well in 441. In second place, Harrison not narrowing the distance too much yet between second and third places. He's 172, 441 and number 2, 123, and then 212 of 53, and Peter Faulding in 33. Russ Humphrey cavorting about on the centre green. If he comes out a bit smartish there, he might well create more than a problem to passing traffic. Nigel Wharton was the man who could have been in the frame for a little bit of a bending there, but it didn't quite happen. He in fact missed the Russ Humphrey car as it came back onto the grid. 172, that's the lead car with 5 laps to go next time, Mr. Starter. With 5 laps to go for the leader. 172. Steve Hodgson there coming up against back markers. Probably will not slow him down enough to enable John Lorne to get any closer in 441. The distance has remained fairly static between first and second and third. John Lundy in that fourth place in 53, Frankie Wayman fifth in 212, Will Warnes still sixth in car number 91, Peter Faulding seventh in 30. No, Warnes in fact could well be down. We'll check that. What's the chance of being looked at carefully? Certainly no mistake with the man who's actually in the lead. Steve Hodgson, 172. Having a little nudge at the rear end of the Ron Cowley car, number 73. Cowley goes out wide. 2 laps to go. Hodgson, 172. To the home straight, safely round and down the far side. Hodgson certainly putting plenty of authority into this one because no one has been anywhere near him virtually from the drop of the flag. He takes the checkered, 172. John Lorne in 441. Number 2, Paul Harrison. 212, Frankie Wayman. 33, Peter Faulding. Okay, thank you, we can have the reds. Confirm results for you. First, 172 Steve Hodgson. Second, 441 John Lorne. Third, number 2 Paul Harrison. Fourth, 212 Frankie Wayman. Fifth, 33 Peter Faulding. Sixth, 272 Andy Hodgson. Seventh, 53 John Lund. 8th, 86 David Toulson. 9th, 515 Junior Wayman. And 10th, 422 Nigel Wharton.
722 Paul Broach, good afternoon, Paul.
Good afternoon.
Suit you the weather?
Well, I think it'll dry up myself. We had a bit of practice this morning, was setting the car up for wet, but I think it's going to change.
Confident?
Well, no bills out, I suppose. It puts us a little bit easier. If we've got a break, you definitely have a stand a chance, so we'll just take it as it comes. I'm happy where I am.
You had a good semi-final race, didn't you?
Yeah, it was all right, yeah. I've done a short range of the car. It seems better now.
And you've led a world final race in the past, haven't you?
Yeah,
So
well, I've led it before, but you've got to set a pace when you lead it, but being third row, you can just relax a little bit better. I think there'll be a fair few stops and starts before the actual flag gets laid out.
if it does stay well, it's going to be a bit of a lottery, surely.
Well, it's the same for everybody, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's up to driver's ability then and how you know this track. Obviously, I come a lot, Ian King comes a lot, and so does Speaky. So we'll all be knocking on the door somewhere, as long as I pick that checkered flag up. That's all I come for.
Anyway, best of luck this afternoon.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Paul. Cheers.
Bye now.
Thanks.
778 Colin Higman. Good afternoon, Colin.
Good afternoon.
Not a new experience for you, a World Championship, is it?
No.
Is it two wins you've got in the past?
That's right, 75 and 76.
And you're the current European champion?
That's right, yeah.
And will you be defending that at Northampton?
Oh yes, yes.
And what about the chances today? It's a big race out there.
I think it's going to be a lottery. I think it's going to be a lottery because it's so slippery. If a car spins in front of you, you just no chance of missing it. You can't change your line in the corners. It's going to be awful difficult. Even so, Billy's loaded up by the look of it.
Yes, well, we interviewed Bill first, and he's not going to race, and he feels that.
Big shame. It's a pity they didn't have the final last night. You know, and then everybody could have enjoyed the racing today.
For experience is going to count for a lot today, I think, and you've got a bit of that, Colin, haven't you?
About a few years, yeah. 26 years. This is, yeah. Well, of course, we raced 1961 first of all for one season, when originally Formula 2s were brought out, which were juniors then. But then we had a rest, and we've raced continuous with some sort of oval racing.
Now, are you running a Pinto today or a
No, 1300. We've just taken the Pinto out, unfortunately.
It would have been probably a bit of an advantage
I think
having a
it would
Pinto
have.
in today.
Yeah.
But you've got to set it up banking on a dry day, haven't you? Because
Yeah. But this, I think it'll be okay. It was going quite well in practice. Some of my friends told me, so.
Set a target? You'd be happy with anything?
Well, I'd be happy to finish. It's that sort of day.
You're out to enjoy it?
Yeah. That's the best I can do is, just go out and do my best.
Anyway, best of luck out there in the big race, Colin. Right. Nice to see you in East of England again.
Yeah.
It's been a bit since you've raced up here, hasn't it?
I've never raced here.
Never?
Never raced up here. Once at Boston, and I got put out.
In all the years you've raced, you've never raced at
I've never raced at Skegness. Came here and watched Luscombe win.
That's quite surprising. Oh, so it's a real first timer.
That's right.
Mr. Locke there just coming up with a smile on his face.
I know.
I think, normally we
I think I'll offer him a drive this afternoon.
Yeah, I think normally we'd interview Mr. Locke, but he seems to have a good season this year, hasn't he, Mal?
That's right.
No, I think he's just curtailed his racing.
I've not had a good season. With one thing and another, we went over the fence at Newton, which put me off for a while. But
yeah, we managed to get a picture in Stocks World of that.
That's right, yeah. Good advert for competition parts.
391, Andy Smith. If you were with us at Skegness last evening, you would have seen Andy roar to an untroubled hat-trick of victories. Andy, of course, the defending V8 Hotstock national champion, and will probably start a very warm favourite this afternoon to retain that title. Outside, front row, 61, Jonathan Eaton from Stafford. Could Kenny Lind meet his brother in front of race control? We wait then for the final V8 Hotstox National Championship about to unfold over 20 racing laps from the drop of the green flag. Cars just circling at the moment in controlled aggression, waiting for that green flag from your starter this afternoon, Steve Markham. We will then have 20 finishing laps in traditional V8 Hotstock style. And there we go then, the green flag drop. We have action. V8 Hotstocks, the National Championship Grand Final. 506 then, a casualty there on the end of the grid. In fact, it's 306. We'll also see 336. All eyes then on the race leader. We've got a flyer there. Raywitz was involved on that, absolutely cleared by 464, which was Ian Stirk. So plenty of action on the opening lap. And that really has opened up the race. What many thought was going to be a procession, that certainly put a different complexion. Race leader then is car number 61, that's Jonathan Eaton, who takes the race along now at some pace. 454 has got back in the race. 354 then moves through into second spot, and that's Richard Ainsworth. So plenty of carnage up there on turns 3 and 4. The 61, your race leader, from 354, 454. One, two. 61, your race leader, Mr. Starter. 61, your race leader. '61 coming towards you now then, Mr. Starter. That's your race leader, Jonathan Eaton. In second place we got 354, Richard Ainsworth. So then it's 61, Jonathan Eaton. Coming, you're going along the back straight away ahead of 354, Richard Ainsworth. Getting back into contention as well is 454. 303 is circulating there, but probably not in the place. That's Jim Bamford. In fact, Jim Bamford is there, and then it's car number 96. 61 then, still your race leader, Jonathan Eaton. 454 is in third spot. Phil Hay then in third spot in 454. 354 is in second place. 61 your race leader, Mr. Starter. Coming through now, that's Jonathan Eaton, your race leader. Moving through. Jonathan Eaton then along the back straightaway. Just behind the 391 car of Andy Smith. Jonathan Eaton then moving through on the inside there. Takes the halfway next time, Mr. Starter. Halfway and next time. 454 in third place. Checkered Union Jack then about to be shown this time to 61, Jonathan Eaton, in recognition of the race reaching the halfway stage. V8 Hotstox reaching the halfway stage then in the National Championship. Race leader 61 from 354 and 455. 303 still there as well, trying to get onto the rostrum position. Race leader then coming through on the turns 1 and 2, circulating this soaked and damp raceway. Moving along the back straightaway, beginning to integrate into the back markers once more. Is 61 at the head of affairs from 354, 454, and 96 has moved through as well. So good performance from the 96 car. Still coming around this circuit, speeds are obviously reduced. Race leader on the inside, Mr. Starter, 61. 354. 454, third place coming towards you now. '61, your race leader, Mr. Starter, coming through. Jonathan Eaton at the head of affairs. 354 in second spot. 5 next time, Mr. Starter. 454 is there in third. 96 is fourth. 5 this time around for 61, Jonathan Eaton. Coming towards you now on the inside. 61 then, still there. The head of affairs extended his lead from 354. Richard Ainsworth. Richard Ainsworth then with time running out to close this gap up front. He's still there. 354 in second place. Up front at the head of affairs is 61, Jonathan Eaton. Led this race from around about lap 2. 354 is in second place. We're looking for 454, Mr. Starter on the inside, third. 96 is in fourth place on the inside. No change up front then. Jonathan Eaton still bounding off these laps, taking the 3 lap to go board that time around. Looks as though he's just got to remain cool and composed to collect the V8 National Championship. Still though, anything can happen in these final couple of laps. The 2 lap board out, 61 Jonathan Eaton extending his lead still further. Second place is 354 Richard Ainsworth. 454 is in third spot, Mr. Starter. Coming towards you now, followed by 96. We look around the start finish line as Jonathan Eaton takes the last lap board. Just watch him circulating around this rain-sodden circuit. Just got to keep a cool head now and controlled, working his way through the back markers, off turns 3 and 4. Along the home straightaway, the National Championship for V8 Hotstox 1992, won by 61 Jonathan Eaton. Richard Ainsworth in 354 goes through in second spot. Third, we're looking for 454 Phil Haig. And in fourth spot, 96 Pete Morris. Commentators' observations only on finishing race positions. We await a ratification of the full and official result. Okay, Mr. Starter, okay. Reds then on the raceway. The official result then of the V8 Hotstox National Championship. Congratulations to your race winner, 61 Jonathan Eaton. In second place, 354 Richard Ainsworth. And in third spot, 454 Phil Haig. You 1, 2, 3 then. V8 Hotstox National Championship, 61 Jonathan Eaton, 354 Richard Ainsworth, and 454 Phil Haig. In fourth place, 96. Fifth, 391. Sixth, 488. Seventh, number 1. In 8th place, 464. 9th, 244. And in 10th place, 113.
Les Clark, the Scottish champion, first time at Skegness, and first in the World Championship 29 years ago. Well, row 3. Obviously, he's got to be in with a chance, and with all the experience behind him, certainly shouldn't be too upset by the occasion. So, due to one of the pole men missing there, Bill Batten, the grid order changes slightly all the way down the line. Ian King coming into outside pole position berth beside the defending world champion, Rob Speak, in 218. David Stamford there in car number 83 on the inside, Les Clark at the side of him, then Paul Broach on the inside, 722. Harry Thompson in car number 88. He's from Northern Ireland. Billy Peters from Nijmegen, number 25. Nijmegen in the Netherlands, 642. The man who won the title here in similar conditions in 1987, Dave Luscombe. 622, Darren Bingley. George McMillan from Glasgow, row 7 down there, 7-7-8. Colin Hickman. One of several drivers racing for the first time at Skegness. So a 2-lap rolling start, remember, ladies and gentlemen, 2 laps as the 1992 BriSCA World Championship gets underway. Lee and Dactic autos up the bar. There's a race over 25 ronden. The race over 25 laps, 33 cars on the circuit. 218, Rob Speak, the defending champion, on the inside pole position, edges the cars slowly down the back straight. Nothing more can be done there on the rolling start. Who are we going to see take the goal this afternoon? Will Speak retain it? Can Ian King begin with more than a fair chance? Will we have a problem in the early stages and some of those lower down the grid come through to seize their opportunities? It's happened before, it might well happen again. They're moving slowly around now, the pace will quicken in a minute or two. Mr. Starter will get that green flag ready. 33 cars on the grid, 25 laps for the 1992 BriSCA World Championship for the Formula 2 stock cars. Quite an interesting entry from the UK, the Isle of Man, Northern Ireland and the Netherlands. It's going to be a long one, it's going to be a hard one. Keep your eyes on that green flag, it goes down, and in fact they're away, and the World Championship is now underway. And it's Rob Speaking, car number 218, who leads them out of turn 1, 4 into the home straightaway, and down the start-finish line they go, and Hassan down there very quickly, the already rebuffed car number 40 falling off, and number 25, one of the Dutchmen, Billy Peters, is off on the centre green, so is Dave McCreary from Northern Ireland, the rest of them coming through now. Still Rob Speaking, car number 218 from 804, Ian King and Les Clark in car number 3. Then comes from Northern Ireland, Gary Thompson in car number 88, holding a good line, and just behind him is car number 83, David Stanford. They're already well spread, but there's a man making a bit of ground down there. It's Graham Kelly in car number 721. He swoops past 722. Paul Roach, quite surprisingly there to move up a spot. Already the cars spread right the way around this raceway, which could give a problem or two, maybe to Rob Speaking, 218, who's already drawing away from Ian King in car number 804. In that third place is still Les Clark in car number 3. 1, 2, 3, and then in that fourth place from Northern Ireland, Gary Thompson holding on to his position quite well in the early stages of this event. There's problems on that turn, but Rob Speak manages to avoid them in car number 218. So does the second man, 804, Ian King and Les Clark in car number 3. They're all safely through. So is the fourth man, car number 88. Then they're beginning to sort each other out a little bit further down. Kelly's still there in car number 721. Graham Kelly holding his line well. So is Darren Bingley in car number 622. But it's Rob Speak in car number 218, beginning to put back markers between him and the man in second place, Ian King in car number 804. Les Clark still there in car number 3. This big field of cars spread all the way around, and right in front of us, car number 599 is caught up there, Richard Thomas. Bumpers hooked for a moment or two, but they've now broken free. And number 599 moves down that far side, trying to get past Dave McCory in car number 40. 804 Ian King still tearing around here extremely quickly, but not making any impression on the man who's actually leading the pack. He zigzags down the home straight, and that's defending world champion Rob Speak in car number 218. Ian King in car number 804 could well have a spot of bother there as a car slides in front of him. It was 599 Richard Thomas again who went, but Ian King missed him and he was all the way through. In that third place is Les Clark, comes from Glasgow, and in fact Clark is going to try and come through on the inside as Ian King goes wide on turns 3 and 4, and it's Clark who desperately tried to move through on the inside, but he was shut out very nicely. The door shut on him by Ian King in car number 804. Still Rob Speak in car number 218 over on that far side from 804 and number 3. But just look at the distance in which Speak is opening up between first and second places. 218 then. That's the man from 804 and number 3. Speak forward. Speak gets caught up there between a couple of back markers. 2-1-8 all the way around the outside. 2-1-8, Rob Speak in the lead from 804, Ian King, number 3. 7:21 could well be up there as well. That's Graham Kelly. Speak, no problems for him in 2-1-8. Les Clark up into that second place in car number 3. A little bit of the bumper treatment there from Ian King in 804 in an effort to push Clark wide. Two very similar cars. He's succeeded in doing so, and Ian King wrestles back the number 2 slot in car number 804. Rob Speak in 2-1-8 though goes opening down that home straight, and he's not really having any problems at all, and it's halfway next time, Mr. Starter. So the halfway stage, off goes car number 25 to the safe, the centre green. That's good. Will be Elliot Peters, I think. 780 Gary Kent goes through past Gary Hooper in 686, but there's no change up front. No change at all. It is still Speak, car number 2-1-8. But there's a super battle going on a little bit further down. It's going to get even stronger in a moment for second, third and fourth places. Ian King gives ground on the back straight. Car number 804 shoves the bumper in on car number 721, which was Graham Kelly, in an effort to push him wide. Les Clark has dropped down a bit now in car number 3 as Ian King battles his way back. Alvin goes past in car number 101, but he could well be down. Let's have a look to see what happens next time round. It's Rob Speak in car number 2-1-8 there, with Les Clark up in that second place in car number 3. Then comes Ian King in car number 804. 721 is right there in the middle as well, so just let's check that again. 721 in fact in that second place. It was, it's changed again I think, we'll just check that. But it's certainly Rob Speak, as predicted by so many earlier on in the afternoon, as it began to rain and rain hard. Rob Speak out there, the defending champion, and defending this title particularly well. It's 2-1-8 and number 3 in first and second places. 7:21 coming through into that third place, Graham Kelly and Ian King in car number 804 though, fighting back all the way as Kelly goes wide on turns 3 and 4. Ian King tries to come through on the inside now, very close as they come down the home straightaway. Rob Speak though, 2-1-8, that's the man who's leading the pack all the way through, with Les Clark in second place in car number 3, Ian King third in 804, Graham Kelly fourth in car number 721. Taking a look over there, but the wheels off the racing line at the moment, not giving any serious problems, which is a good thing. Let's hope that it remains that way. Still all of them moving around here, and indeed a surprising number of cars still very mobile in this event. 2-1-8 and number 3 in first and second places, with Rob Speak way ahead. Les Clark in second place in number 3, third 804 Ian King, and it's 5 laps next time, Mr. Starter, 5 laps next time. They hebben nog 500 te gaan, 5 laps to go in this 1992 World Championship. Rob Speak in car number 2-1-8, the leader. Still waiting for the second man to come past the start-finish line. There he is, Les Clark in car number 3. And just look at the gap he's opened up. Ian King is third in 804. Graham Kelly fourth in car number 721. 8 could well be the next man in line. And if that's the case, it's Colin Hickman, of course. But really the interest surrounds not only the number 1 slot, but what's going to happen as far as second, third, fourth, fifth places are concerned, because those places until a couple of laps or so ago were being quite hotly contested, but now gaps have opened up all the way through. Rob Speak in car number 2-1-8 then, from Les Clark in car number 3, and we've got waved yellows, Mr. Starter, please, waved yellows. One upside down in the middle of the track there, that's why. (2-1-8) your lead car. So the car's brought to a halt under the waving yellows. Andy Morris, the car that rolled down there on the corner. Driver obviously all okay. Green goes down, and away goes Rob Speak in 218. Remember, he's the lead car. Then we're waiting for the second man through. That'll be the 3 and 804 in the second and third spots. 2 lap board going out for the leader, Rob Speak. On his way, it would appear at this stage, to retaining that gold roof. Takes it carefully around that bend. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4, not under any pressure at all. Neither is Les Clark in car number 3, Ian King in 804, Graham Kelly in 721. Rob Speak then down the backstretch for the last time as the black and white is prepared. Comes into the home straight, the flag goes up, it goes down, and Rob Speak retains his title, driving car number 218. Keep him going, please, Mr. Starter. Okay, Mr. Starter, reds, please. So the 1992 Avon Tyres Racers Hardware BriSCA Formula 2 Champion of the World retain the title, confirmed 218 Rob Speak.
Big head, really. Well done, Robert. It's about the same conditions as bloody Mendip, isn't it? Cold and miserable. Yeah, well, there you go. Thanks a lot. Try and keep the peak down for me.
1992 World Champion Rob Speak. Congratulations, Rob.
All right, Martin.
Superb drive.
Yeah, it was my conditions.
Yes. But you made it look so easy.
Yeah, the car's handling well. It's on form, so everything went right.
You don't very often see people driving around the outside of cars in Formula 2, especially in the World Final, which you did.
No,
that must give you the kick to do that, Rob.
That's the quickest line, obviously, so...
But you made a good start, you had no real problems?
No, no real problems at all. I thought I'd have had a harder time setting off, but no problem at all.
No worrying moments?
None at all. Oh, a bit on the lap, a few laps to go. Somebody spun in front of me, but...
Ian had a little nibble at your back bumper, didn't he, early on, but...
Aye, just a little
about it, wasn't it?
Aye.
Congratulations, superb victory.
Right, thanks a lot, see ya.
Superb second place, Les Clark.
Thanks very much, thank you.
Good drive, Les.
Thank you.
Enjoy it?
Yeah, the conditions were right.
But there was a good little battle halfway through with his Graham Kelly, you and Ian King. You were chopping and changing places.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
As we say, we come back, we were talking earlier, 30 years later, and you got to run us up to it. That's your highest ever finish in a BriSCA Formula 2.
Yeah. So
I'm happy with it.
Celebrations tonight, I think.
Happy with it, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, superb drive.
Thanks very much, thank you.
Ian! Superb drive in, third place.
Yeah, it was good enough.
Just you had a bit of a battle halfway through with Les Clark and Graham Kelly, and
that's right. Just
you couldn't shake Graham off for a few more laps, though, could you?
No, that's right. Graham was there, and no grip, couldn't see. Robert just went away, just must have been on a different track.
Yes, he drove rather well
that's
again,
right,
didn't he? I think.
Superb.
But you must be happy with third. Always disappointed.
Disappointed. Third's all right.
Third's better than fourth, as Bobby Burns said.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Third's good. Third's all right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All happening there on the centre green. Trophies, mementos, awards, Avon tyres, headgear, the lot, all there. So, ladies and gentlemen, coming round now for your applause, each and every one of you, the first, second and third in this 1992 Avon Tyres Racers Hardware BriSCA Formula 2 Championship of the World. The man who retained the title from Tilsley in Manchester, 218, Rob Speak. In second place from Glasgow, the Scottish champion number 3, Les Clark. And in third place, from Boston in Lincolnshire, 804, Ian King. Well, let's hear it all the way down that back straight. I want to see the roof of that stand going up about 6 inches for this one. Come on now, a nice round of applause for the man who retains the gold roof, the 1992 BriSCA Formula 2 World Champion, 218, Rob Speak. Well, as it was mentioned for those of you who were able to hear the introductions, and it's certainly worth a reminder, somebody just has, 29 years since Les Clark, in fact, was last up there in the World Championship, or at least when he first appeared, one should say, and that was at Swindon way, way back. And another man who appeared in that same race, of course, was Roy Goodman. The winner, of course, you know, 218 Rob Speak. The second one, you know, Les Clark in number 3. And third, 804 Ian King. Fourth place went to 721 Graham Kelly. Fifth was 778 Colin Higman. And sixth was number 80 Pete Hall. Seventh was 642 Dave Lascombe. Eighth, 83 David Stanford. Ninth, 505 Ivor Collins. 10th, 686 Gary Hooper. 11th, 701 John Thompson. And 12th, number 64 from the Isle of Man, Brian Kinray. Green flag goes down first time. The Formula 1 consolation then is underway. 302 Chrissy Berg down the home straightaway. Mark Taylor just behind in car number 90. The man who didn't get away too quickly was number 460. Oh dear, that's an aerofoil that comes flying off the car. Okay, stop it, will you, Mr. Starr, please. We'll have a complete restart. There's somebody gone into the fence over on the far side. There's one of those roof appendages that has fallen onto the track down there. So it'll be a complete restart, please. So we get the Formula 1 consolation event restarted. The green flag goes down once again, and we're underway for this consolation event. Carefully around and into the back straight it goes Craig Smith in 407, with Will Yarrow now just behind him in number 22. Will Ford's in 91, packing it in down there. So it's 22 and a 407. BriSCA high and dry in 302. Will Yarrow in car number 22. There he is. Will Ford's in car number 91, having a little go there at the number 407 car. Passes Craig Smith. Shane Dorrell's gone through in 371. So it's number 22. That's the lead car. Will Yarrow in number 22, down the home straight, 371, Shane Dorrell 91, Will Ford's. Shane Dorrell almost lost it in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Back end began to tweak a little bit dangerously, or so it seemed, but he gets it back online, and Junior Wayman comes into the first 2-3 places. 22, 371 and 515 for second and third. Fourth is Will Ford's in number 91, fifth 73 Ron Cowley, and Russ Humphrey in car number 113. Those poking Craig Smith out of the way, which he does to good effect. A little bit of leading on going on there, and Craig Smith is still moving, and so is Russ Humphrey in 113, and Nigel Wharton's just behind him in 422. Will Yarrow in car number 22. He leads, but only just because Junior Wayman's going to come through with a quick spurt, and he does, takes the lead. Junior Wayman in 515, Shane Dorrell in 371, 22 and 73. Looks as if Craig Smith has lost all the power, and it's Michael Smith in 393 who's pushing him around a bit there. Halfway next time, Mr. Starter. So, Mike James in 417 goes shooting past Will Ford's. Craig Smith has lost all the power, but he's getting a little bit of extra from Michael Smith in 393. Oh, and around goes Will Ford's, no problems for him. Spinning all the way around there. Get a lot of help from anyone at all. 515, Junior Wayman, that's the car, way out in the lead. Comes into the home straight, no problems. 5 next time, Steve, thanks. That's 5 next time for Junior Wayman in 515. It's interesting to see what's going on down there as well, as far as the two Smiths are concerned. Craig in 407 and Michael in 393. No actual relation, but they've been played about throughout this race, further down the field, of course. Junior Wayman in 515. He's over there on the far side. Shane Dorrell in 371, Rob Cowley in 73, Will Warnes in 91. But Wolf, of course, lost ground, in fact, a couple of laps ago, so he's down. And those that are running are spread already over a couple of laps. 2 to go by the look of it this time round for Junior in 5:15. Junior Wayman. There he is. .371. Shane Dorrell, second place. .73. Ron Cowley, third. Checkered flag time, 5:15. .371 and 73. 1, 2, 3. Mike James maybe in 4:17. Keep them coming. They will just do that. And about to prove that the age of miracles is not past, he's finished a race. Craig Smith in car number 407. Second, 371, Shane Dorrell. Third, 73, Rob Cowley. Fourth, 417, Mike James. Fifth, 422, Nigel Wharton. Sixth, 22, Will Yarrow. Seventh, 113, Russ Humphrey. And in eighth place, 221, Stephen Cooper. Number 25, Willie Peders, another Dutchman. 188, Simon Panton. 101, Paul Galvin. 696, Dougie Wilson. 722, Paul Broach. 753, Andy Morris. 276, Keith Madden. 862, Les Burrows. .34 cars in this consolation. There are 2 consolation events. .34 cars. 34 auto's op de baan. Deze race over 16 ronden, 34 cars, 16 laps. And already there's a problem, 515 and 111, in fact polling into each other before they've even crossed the start-finish line. Gary Hooper goes through Gary Hooper at all, but number 527, which is Tony Hooper. 177 having a little go at the back end of the Hooper motor. Tim Farrell winds up nicely in 667. And number 29, Cork Shooter, gets stuck in as well and then gets caught up. And the man who departs right in front of us is Jeff Burrows in car number 22. Tim Farrell making ground nicely in 667. Moves down the home straight away, moving quite rapidly forward. And just behind him is number 25, Willie Peders. Willie Peders from the American in the Netherlands. Adrian Harbour in 279, John Chapman in 801. Oh, and that was a bit dodgy there. Number 67 going straight into the fence down here, right in front of race control. Michael Stevens there, but the car at least is moving as it should do, in the right direction. No serious problems. Oh, and that's somebody making a nice bit of ground down there. Cork Shooter, in fact, moving past Farrell in 667. And Willie Peters hoping to do likewise in car number 25. Interesting to see the Dutchman to get up there, and Farrell in fact getting a little bit of a clobbering there from the Dutchman. So much so that eventually he's pushed wide, and all credit to Willie Peters, he goes through nicely there. That's the leader, number 941, just gone past the start finish line. John Mason in 941, leading the pack, and a very comfortable lead he has at the moment as well, because in second place it's car number 113, Mike Ford. In third place is number 700, moving down the back straight, Jason Learmonth. And in the frame, at the moment, by the look of it, is number 29. For Scooter from the Netherlands in the placings, and indeed moving up possibly into around third place by now. We'll check that. Andy Morris is in trouble again in 753. And it's 113 the leader now, Mr. Starter. You have a change, and it's 113 Mick Ford. course, Scooter going through there. '69 taking over the front running now. Simon Chalkley in car number 69, 113. And it's halfway next time, Mr. Starter. 69, Simon Chalkley, your leader. Problems there. Tim Farrell actually gets into all sorts of trouble there in 667. But someone who didn't get into trouble was Koos Scooter in car number 29. Simon Chalkley, number 69 first, 29, Koos Scooter in second place. 127 in the third position, that's Gary Hughes. 667, Tim Farrell. And cars spinning all over the place on that turn. Have a look there and see what's going on. No serious problems. Somebody come to a halt down here, that's Steve Featherstone in fact. And the waved yellows, Mr. Starter, please. Waved yellows. Right, so the leader is car number 69, Mr. Starter. That's where we'll bring the cars to a halt. So we're underway over the remaining distance of this event. Off goes the number 251 car. Slides into the mud. So it's Simon Chalkley in car number 69 who leads. In second place is Willy Peters in number 25 from the Netherlands, 722, Paul Roach. Has come sliding through there, and it's 5 next time, Mr. Starter, please. 276, Keith Madden, also very much there. Oh, and that's a shame because Willy Peters has lost it there on that corner. Madden could well be moving up, and indeed it looks as if Willy Peters has lost the power. It was all there a little while ago, but certainly he's now slipping quickly down. And the rest of the cars moving rapidly around here. Number 29, Koos Scooter. He too is trying desperately hard to remain in the position for the grand final. Let's hope that he might manage it. He certainly won't if Simon Panton's got anything to do with it. Car number 188, because he's just been using the bumper to pretty good effect. Simon Chalkley then in car number 69 leads from Keith Madden in 276, who's second. Paul Broach, who's third at 722. Fourth is number 862. Les Burrows. Then car number 25, having problems on the corners principally. And Simon Panton in 188, 29 and 753, Andy Morris. Number 22 there, feeling that he would like to improve upon his position before the flag goes down, and so starts really putting the bumper in hard, and that was Jeff Burrows in number 22. Going to be doing that again by the look of it as well. '69, Simon Chalkley. On the last lap. Checkered flag time for Chalkley in number 69. Out of turn 4 for the last time into the home straight, and there he is. No problems, number 69. First across the line, Madden second in 276. Third, Paul Broach in 722. And the Reds, Mr. Starter, please. Going straight out because of bouncing wheels all over the track. Simon Chalkley then down there already with the checker flag and his trophy. Simon Chalkley was first in car number 69. Second, 276 Keith Madden. Third, 722 Paul Broach. Fourth, number 862 Les Burrows. And in fifth place was number H25 Billy Peters. Sixth place, that went to number 22 Jeff Burrows, and seventh place was H29 Cor Schooter. Eighth place went to 101 Paul Galvin. Ninth place was number 696 Dougie Wilson, and in 10th place number 667 Tim Farrell. Number 13 Andy Ford, 723 Alan Warrener. Number 25 Ralph Tustin. .780 is Gary Kent, first of the Reds. Car number 26 is over there as well, Clinton Dorrell. Moving through the yellows coming down there now. Russ Lewis amongst them in 732. Jeff Coleman in 239. The rest of the blues, one under there. Number 25 Tustin, then the stars. Gary Kent in 780. Clinton Dorrell in number 26. 57, Willie Fennick. 28, Graham Bunter. Number 9, Jamie Bagley. And from the Isle of Man, number 64, Brian Kinraid. Green flag down. 608 Jim Annabelle. Ooh, 651 spinning round before he crosses the start finish line. Notice the track is drying out just a little bit. Indeed, there is a drier line around the raceway at the moment, of which drivers will no doubt be taking full advantage just as soon as they can. That certainly won't apply to number 347 or to number 558, both who've gone polling into the wires down there, along with 148 and what looks like number 207. Making hard work of it, Ian Ferry in car number 813 in the lead at this present stage of the proceedings. McDougall Jr. goes off there in car number 18. .874 Neil Moss, he's in a reasonably good position at the moment, and someone gets clobbered there. It was Mark Taylor, in fact, in 790, who got shoved quite hard by the man immediately behind him, which happened to be Andy Ford in number 13. 874 on the outside, Neil Moss. He gets caught up there with Mark Taylor in 790, and they are joined by number 274. Willie Watson in car number 274. Alan Warrener in 723, the second of the nicely prepared cars from what can be described as the Widderson Warrener stable. And Alan certainly managing to power that around quite well at the moment. Ian Ferry then in 813 is the man. So, is he still there this time round? Yes, he is indeed. 746 in second position. Take a little bit of sorting out, taking time to do so. We've got so many Formula 2s here this afternoon. Mark Taylor in 790 and 723 Alan Warrener. 780 Gary Kent seems to have a little bit of grief over on the far side. Apparently lost the power and finds it all again. Hey, and that's the lead car that's gone just down here. Ian Ferry, and they're all going. Ferry, in fact, restarting, which is quite remarkable because he went into that fence quite hard, and certainly the immediate reaction would have been that he would have been able to get restarted. 746, and it's halfway next time, Mr. Starler. So the 723 Alan Warren car is having a little go at the 746 car there, which is not surprising as they are now jostling for first and second places. Car number 746 down that far side. Rob Shaw in 746. Alan Warren in 723. In that second place, 780 Gary Kent third. And the bumpers are going to go in there, and Warrener is a pretty good exponent of that bumper. He knows exactly what to do with it. He's done it. And it's 5 next time, Mr. Starter, please. 5 next time. So Rob Shaw on the receiving end of a Warrener special, which was enough to push him wide, and for Warrener to go through to take the lead, which he's now done. Alan Warrener in car number 723, leading in the closing stage of this race from Rob Shaw in car number 746, and Gary Kent in 780. Mark Taylor in 790 is looking all set for a little touch there of the bumper, which he indeed uses. Never to shove Neil Moss aside in 874, and Moss will surely be in a position to return that compliment pretty quickly, which indeed he does. Doesn't quite work for him though, nowhere near as well as he's worked for the man who tried it a couple of laps ago, just through there, number 57. Graham Bunter going down that back straight with number 732 just behind him. Alan Warrener in the lead in 723. Gary Kent in 780. Second loops and bits and pieces flying around here. A marker tyre slid onto the track. Everything fortunately cleared from the racing line around this circuit here. No problems there. And there is Warrener across the line in 723. All right, Mr. Starner, we can have the reds, please. Was 780 Gary Kent, and in third place was car number 746 Rob Shaw. Fourth place went to number 13 Andy Ford, and fifth place to number 68 Dave Brennan. Sixth was number 9 Jamie Bagley. Seventh, that was number 732 in that seventh place Russ Lewis. In 8th place was number 28, Graham Bunter. In 9th place, number 25, Ralph Tustin. And in 10th place, number 57 from Northern Ireland, Pat Ball.
Leading the pack up then, the new V8 Hotstox national champion, 61, Jonathan Eaton. 336, second row of the grid. Everything into place then. The green flag drops and away we go. 20 laps, V8 Hotstox. Action the Harry Smith Memorial Trophy Race. 35 then spinning onto the infield. That's Brian Andrew, quickly coming through the Skegness swamp. He's got part of his car attire there. 61 then, Jonathan Eaton. 464 Ian Stark. 96 Ian Morris. About 4:64 is a lap down. The race leader. .64 then, Ian Sturck, your race leader from 96. Peter Morris, 2:07 is in third place. Black flag 113, Mr. Starter. Black flag 113. That's Neil Stutchbury then getting the black flag next time around. Ian Sturck it is, your race leader from 96. 2:07, still making inroads into that third position. 1:16, Kevin Clare coming into the frame for the first time this Skegness weekend. 4:64 then, Ian Sturck. Reading off these laps, 20 racing laps at the start. 96, Peter Morris is closing. 2:07. Kevin Clare in 1:16, forcing his way through on the inside into fourth spot, overcooks it into entering turn 1 and flies high wide and handsome into the safety fence. That's led in 4:54 and 3:54. Here's your race leader, Mr. Starter, Ian Sturck from 96, Pete Morris. 2:07, he's still there, grinding away in third place. At 4:54 comes through, that's Phil Haig into fourth spot ahead of 3:54, which is Richard Ainsworth. So then the third and fourth place cars beginning to put pressure on the leader. That leader is Ian Sturck in 4:64 from 96, Pete Morris. 4:54 goes through, that's Phil Haig. Richard Ainsworth close behind in these 3:54 cars. 2:07, who was up with the pace early on in the race, is dropping down the grid and out of contention as the pressure mounts up front. Still the three leaders and in fact the four leaders now involved in this battle up front. Still 4:64 but 4:54. Phil Haig poised, and it's Phil Haig that goes through. We're looking for Richard Ainsworth to follow him as well. Ian Sturck finding the pressure a bit. Richard Ainsworth goes through. It's 4:54, 4:64, 3:54 and 96. Phil Haig. Phil Haig then in the 4:54 car. 4:64 still there, that's Ian Sturck, and 3:54. Richard Ainsworth. Halfway in next time, Mr. Starter, halfway in next time. Your race leader, 4:54. Phil Haig stepping on the gas down the back straightaway, beginning to assert his authority, pulling away from Ian Sturck in 4:64 with Richard Ainsworth trying desperately hard to come through on the inside in the 3:54 car. 96 Pete Morris is there in fourth spot. 3:91 Andy Smith and Ray Witts, number 1. They're your leading 6, Mr. Starter, on the raceway. Pick them up. 4:54 then, Phil Haig. Still at the head of affairs, but the challenge looks as though it's coming from Richard Ainsworth in the 3:54 car. Looking back down the grid, 96 is still there in third, and 3:91 is now fourth. Battle Royal then on up front now as they flash across the start finishing line. 4:54 still at the head of affairs. 3:54 now moves through into second spot ahead of the 4:64 car. There he goes then, 4:54 still there, Phil Haig. But Richard Ainsworth is getting ever closer, trying to get on the bumper of the 4:54 car. Looking back through the grid, 96 still there in third spot, and that's Peter Morris. The battle coming off turn 4 towards the home straightaway. That's it up front. 4:54, 3:54, 5 next time, Mr. Starter. 5 next time. We've got a change up front then. 3:54 moves through swiftly on the inside. Richard Ainsworth following that mistake by 4:54, Phil Haig. .354 then. Richard Ainsworth now, he's the one asserting his authority, speeding away up front around turns 3 and 4. These race laps being sorted out. Not too long to go, already inside 3/4 distance. leader then, shortly to come round, taking the 3-lap board. There he goes, Richard Ainsworth in the 354 car. .454 still poised nicely in second. There's still anything to happen. 464 still battling away towards the back. The leader though on his way towards the checkered flag, Richard Ainsworth. So we've had a wide variety of winners in the V8 Hotstox throughout the weekend. Mr. Starter Steve Markham, poised and primed, ready to show the last lap board, and indeed we're doubtful though whether the leader saw it. 354 then being carried high, wide and handsome and catapulted into the safety fence up there, but he gets back into the frame. 454 it is, reading off the final lap. In front takes the checkered flag. That's Phil Haig then. A dramatic last lap again. Ray Witts in car number 1, certainly having the decisive say in that one as the race unfolded. Dramatic V8 Hotstox action in the Harry Smith Memorial Trophy race. Okay, Mr. Starter, reds are on the raceway, reds are on the raceway. The winner then of the Harry Smith Memorial Trophy final, confirmed as 454, Phil Haig. Second, a somewhat slightly unlucky loser, 354, Richard Ainsworth. In third place, 96. Fourth, 464. Fifth, 391. In sixth spot, 303. Seventh, 488. In 8th place, 61, 9th, 150. In 10th place, 207.
Right, so very rapidly we move on to the final, and quite a rich one it is in one way and or another, with lots of extra prize money up for grabs, as well as some very useful goodies as far as the races are concerned. So with this nice dry patch all the way around, we'll see what's going on. And in fact, car number 618, Billy Speak, is out in the lead at the moment. 909 in that second place. Oh, a trouble down here for Richard Mumford in 335 and Steve Maylow in 855. Both of them are hitting trouble. And so did car number 60, Brent Whitehead. They're all beginning to move away before the leader comes through. Billy Speak in car 618. Out in the lead at the moment from 909 and 875, which is the reason why I've come through there very quickly to come up into the first 2 or 3 places in the early stages of the proceedings. This week in 218 and what was 909 has now been, is still there in fact, because of course Mumford was in trouble earlier on in 355, so it's oh, we got trouble down here, waved yellows. Hardy Matthews in 1:22 could be the man in trouble down here. Leader 6:18. .618 over there, the lead car. Flag goes down then for the restart, starting in single file in the race order that they were when the flags went down. Now it's Billy Speak in the lead in 6:18. Oh, it was. He isn't there anymore. He's just gone straight into the fence. So we've got a new leader in number 909 over on the oh, and we've got to change again because it's Steve Widdowson at 6:35 who has gone through. And there's another man that's racing around here at a tremendous rate, Steve King. He's number 779. In fact, having a go there, but obviously down. It's 6:35. Steve Widdowson, 7:25. 909 being helped into the fence there, and is he going? He does, indeed. 779, who in fact has gone into the lead now, as predicted earlier on in the proceedings. Steve King in car number 779 leading from Steve Widdowson in 6:35 down the back straight. Then car 875 in that next position. All of them moving quickly. That's Ian Moss in car number 875. Coming into the picture is car number 33, Keith Stanford, who's roaring around here very well, and he's got a chase first of all. Paul Broach in car number 722. Car number 779, that's the one that's out in the lead at the moment. Moving around there extremely quickly. Steve King in 779 being pursued all the way around by Steve Widdowson in car number 635. First and second place is very close. Then a gap. Ian Moss in 875. Paul Broach in 722. 33, Keith Stanford. Oh, and away goes Broach and Moss in 875. Both of them bouncing up high on those wires there. They really did go in hard, and so that's left it wide open still. Up front, the battle is on. Halfway next time, Mr. Starter. Steve King in car number 779 is there from Steve Widdowson in car number 635. Widdowson challenging all the way around, hoping to use the bumper on that man Steve King who's just in front of him, and indeed he uses the bumper on that occasion, tries to push him wide. Widdowson comes through on the inside of turns 3 and 4 into the home straight away. Steve Widdowson from Nottingham in the lead in car number 635 from 779. Steve King in that second place. Then comes Keith Stanford in car number 33. 855 Steve Mainlow is there as well, and it might be that number 60 is up in the places, because he too is moving around here very, very quickly. Brent Whitehead in car number 60, moving around here quickly in the frame. 635, Steve Widdowson, 779, Steve King in that second place. Stanford coming up nicely in car number 33. He's about to try and challenge Steve King. Lines him up as they go down the back straight. Again, the bumpers could go in on that turn, but Stanford isn't quite close enough, but he is now, puts the bumper in on number 779. Steve King tries to push him wide and then succeeds, and Stanford goes underneath him to move up yet again and go chasing after the lead car. Steve Widdowson in 635 is still there though, and opened up a good gap. A very useful performance, and the gap to have. Whoa, and look at that. That's number 29 going across the track there from Holland. One of the Dutchmen finding out what BriSCA life is all about, as he slides broadside across the track after tangling with a couple of cars. It didn't, in fact, impede the progress of Widdowson one little bit, and he's still there. 635. Steve Widdowson, the leader, from 33 in that second place. Keith Stanford. Now it's 5 next time, Mr. Starter. 5 laps to go. For this one, somebody's smoking over there after hitting the fence, and that really isn't surprising. Mr. Scooter from Holland really in trouble there. So, 5 laps to go. 5 ronden te gaan. And this race will then come to an end as they move around here very, very quickly indeed. There's a dryish line all the way around the raceway now, and what a tremendous difference it's made to the speed. 635, Steve Widdowson then way out in the lead from Keith Stanford in second place in car number 33. Maidlow in 8.55, Whitehead in car number 60, and then the rest still sorting themselves out all the way around this raceway, including Gary Kent in car number 780. A little bit further down, Melflock still circulating strongly at 698. Oh, and Scooter goes straight into the fence there, fetches the front end of the car off. And the Reds, Mr. Starter, please, Reds. So the Reds go out because, in fact, the front end of the Dutchman's car literally seemed to disintegrate as he went down there. Front end came off, there was problems all over the place, and with just one lap in fact to go, the race stopped. Anderson Racing Engines then with lots of goodies being given down there, or first, second, third and fourth, still in ahead. And value about 450 quid plus £100 in cash. The second placeman gets a camshaft kit plus £75, that's worth about 180 the kit itself. Third place a camshaft plus £50, about £110 value in goodies, and about £25 worth, or £50 worth of value for a cam wheel in fourth place. All provided by our sponsors, or one of our sponsors this afternoon, Anderson Racing Engines. Thanks too to Anderson Racing Engines, a well-known name in Formula 2 stock circles, and so they should be. Lots and lots of extra prize money and goodies there given to the first four in the final. All of them climbing on board the car. So Rob Speak, of course, with that Randall Racing engine, which he's won. Thanks to Randall Racing Engines for their sponsorship. I'm sure that Rob Speak will be more than delighted. So, ladies and gentlemen, give everyone a nice round of applause, please. And whilst you're applauding the drivers, thanks to and your appreciation to our sponsors. Official result: first, 635, Steve Widdowson. Second, 33, Keith Stanford. Third, 855, Steve Maidlow. Fourth, number 60, Brent Whitehead. Fifth place, 862, Les Burrows, and 6780, Gary Kent. Seventh, 83, David Stanford. Eighth, 779, Steve King. Ninth, 698, Mark Locke. And 10th place, 142, Dave Ferry.
Formula 2 final winner Steve Widdowson. Congratulations, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Some good results at Skegness this year.
Yeah, brilliant. Favourite track.
Yeah, late start to the year, wasn't it? And
yeah, I got injured, so I was a bit later. I got burnt, so.
And a new car.
Yeah, that's right. Going
well. How
well.
are the injuries?
All right, cleared up now, so we're on
Fully,
strong.
100%.
Yeah, 100% now. Yeah.
And you must have been a bit sick about the World Final, I think.
Yeah, that's right. I'd like to go in it, but I didn't know any qualifiers, so that was it. And the wife went in hospital on the Skegness qualifier, so that put paid to that. So that's it. But
I think front of the, somewhere near the front of the grid, you'd have fancied your chances with it.
Yeah, I would in these conditions. Yeah. I favour these conditions.
Any plans to travel a bit farther afield this year, or just going to stick with?
Just stick with this, like, you know. I'm not that bothered about travelling. Yeah. Never get the time. I have to work every third Sunday, so I don't get the time. I'd like to go down south probably before the end of the year. Bristol or Taunton or something I'll run around. So
what about next year? We're going to see a full season out of you next year?
We'll see how the sponsor goes and that. I'd just like to thank my sponsor if I can. 2-bit scaffolding.
Alan Warren, of course.
Alan Warren, yeah. Take this opportunity to thank him very much. Without him I couldn't race, so.
Because you built his car as well, haven't you?
Yeah, we'd work together like really, but I put all the time and he puts all the money in, so we can't go wrong really.
Not a bad arrangement really, in some ways.
It suits me. Yeah.
Anyway, congratulations.
Thank you very much
Thanks
indeed.
very much.
Cheers.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a big occasion here this afternoon, and indeed there's been a big occasion for two people who are out there. Graham and Beverly Garner, they were married yesterday, Saturday the 5th of September, at 4 o'clock, and chose to spend their first day of married life watching the racing at Skegness. Now, they're John Lund fans, so they're on the car, so why not let us all join in and wish them well, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a nice round of applause. Graham and Beverly married yesterday, great fans of John Lund, and of course involved with Three Counties Supporters Club since its inception in '85. looks as if we're all set to go now. Car number 421 and 533. Phil Herzog are going to set them up on the far side with number 407, Craig L.S. Smith, right in the trio of white tops. Then Mr. Speed in 25, Phil Bickman in number 7, Will Yarrow in 22, the other half of the Wilkinson Racing Team, number 121, 96 Glendown, 378 Wayne Handley, 441 John Lund, Lawn 371, 172 and 221. Now all the way in this final, Herzog quickly off in car number 533 from 421. Away goes Craig Smith in car number 407, loses as he comes out of the turn, goes spinning right across the centre green. Speed getting a little bit of the old heave-ho on turns 3 and 4, and as they come into the home straight away, the man who's moving through on the inside is Will Yarrow in car number 22. Steve Hodgson in 172, and right behind him Steve Cooper in 221, but the leader at the moment, and the man who's in trouble earlier on, is Junior Wayman in 515. We've got trouble down there as car number 25 goes into the wires, all of them still bunched up. Nigel Wilkinson in 421 goes roaring down the home straight. Herzog, remember, in 533 is the leader from Nigel Wilkinson in car number 421 in that second place. Will Yarrow third in number 22. Then comes Steve Hodgson in car number 172. Stephen Cooper in 221 and Nigel Wharton in 422. 33, Peter Faulding is there, and a flat tyre is the problem with Frankie Wayman in number 212. So both Frankie Senior and Frankie Junior out of the running in this grand final here at Skegness this afternoon. Nigel Wharton bombing round here extremely quickly in 422, chasing after Andy Hodgson and Will Yarrow. Not Andy, but Steve Hodgson in 172 and Will Yarrow in 22, and the bumper there goes in and away goes Yarrow, no messing. Pushed out wide, that's all that Wharton needed. Big gap then opened up in front of him. Away he goes. Stephen Cooper too almost runs into the parked up Frankie Wayman car in 221, comes back and gives a spot of bother in so doing to Dorrell in number 371. Herzog in 533, the lead car. 422, Nigel Wharton second. Nigel Wilkinson third in 421, but Peter Faulding might have something to say about that in number 33. The long track world champion bustles his way through. 422, Nigel Wharton moving up there. But it is still Herzog in 533. From 422, Nigel Wharton somewhere behind in that second place. Peter Faulding now third in car number 33. Paul Harrison fourth in number 2. Will Yarrow fifth in car number 22, and then comes Steve Hodgson in 172, Ron Cowley in 73. Herzog in 533, slipping and sliding down the home straightaway. Nigel Wharton undoubtedly getting a little bit closer each time round down the back straight. It's 533, Herzog and 422. Nigel Wharton really going some, and problems there for Stephen Cooper in car number 221 and 371. Shane Dorrell, both of them tied up as they exited in turn 4, slide onto the centre green, and it's halfway next time, Mr. Starder. Oh, and away goes the first and second men there. That was pretty interesting there. It looked as if Nigel Wharton was going to go as well. Herzog, in fact, departed, but that's given the opportunity for Peter Faulding to get very much in contention, and Paul Harrison in car number 2. So changes certainly to second and third places as they come by us again, with Wharton from Shetland in Litchfield in the lead in car number 422 from 33, Peter Faulding and number 2, Paul Harrison. Those three quite close, only a car's length all about between them all as they go down the back straight. Wharton still in the lead in 422. Paul Harrison having a go at the back end of Peter Faulding's car, trying to shove him out of the way, but it doesn't happen. Peter Faulding winds it up down the home straight and goes chasing after Wharton in 422. It's Nigel Wharton in the lead, 422 from Peter Faulding in second place, number 33, and then Paul Harrison in car number 2. 1, 2, 3, and a big gap until he comes to Andy Hodgson. Car number 172, then 22, Will Yarrow, but that place too looks as if it will be altered in a moment as a challenge comes in from Rob Cowley in car number 73. Will Yarrow, they're holding off that challenge so far. John Lund has departed in car number 53, so is Herzog to the safety of the centre green in 533, and it is still Nigel Wharton in 422 under no pressure whatsoever, and and that was a bit dodgy there as John Lund went straight across the track there in front of Nigel Wharton in 422. That must have been a hard stopping moment for both of them actually there. Well, let's see what happens next time as John Lund attempts to get restarted, and it's 5 next time, Steve. So with 5 laps to go, Wharton is out there in car number 422 from 33 and number 2 in second and third places. Paul Harrison trying everything he can to move up and to give a little bit of hassle to the man immediately in front of him, which happens to be Peter Faulding in car number 33. So it's 422 and 33, less than 5 laps to go now. 4 runden te gaan, 4 laps to go for the first Man across the line, 4:22. 33 and number 2, 123. Still Paul Harrison trying desperately hard to wind it up and keep it well to the front, which it looks as if he's going to do without any real serious problems at all. Nigel Wharton then in the closing stages from Shenstone in Lichfield in Staffordshire leads the pack. In car number 422, Paul Harrison has got the occasion in car number 2 on that last lap. He moves up into second place. Peter Faulding's third in car number 33. '73, Rob Cowley. He's up in the places now, as indeed is Steve Hodson, number 172. Wharton then down the back straight for the last time into 3 and 4, and then moving down the home straight with the checkered flag being prepared. It goes up, it comes down, 422. Nigel Wharton takes it from number 2 and the 33. 172, 73. And we keep them moving for a little while longer. Thank you, Mr. Starter.
Like a wet. Oh,
I stalled it again. Ready? Formula 1 final win, Nigel. Congratulations, Nigel.
Right, thank you very much.
Well, we managed to get you to the back of the grid, but it didn't make a lot of difference, did it?
No, I don't usually like the wet, but we just got the right tyre combination. It was going very well. I'd really struggled in the heats. I didn't qualify in the heats, so I ended up in the consolation. I just got in with a 5th or 6th in that, and you still put me in the back because the points average, but yeah, we managed to come through. It was just a lucky win.
You had a little heart-stopping moment with Mr. Lund.
Yeah, he spun out and he actually come to turn around while I was coming past, but I just clipped him and carried on.
No. But I think that Peter looked like he could mount a challenge there, but he never really got anywhere near you again, did he?
No, at one point I got hooked up on a back marker and he come right close, but then I managed to drive away from him again. Yeah, I really enjoyed the meeting. The crowd's excellent, isn't it? The Formula 2 World Final was very good. Yeah.
Anyway,
thank you very much. Cheers.
Nigel.
Bye.
Well done, Nige. There he is. Nigel Wharton, ladies and gentlemen, 422. The winner of this afternoon's final for Formula 1 stock cars. Number 46 from the Netherlands and 618. 31 cars then on the grid for this event. All of the beginning already to spread the way around there. Jeff Coleman in 239 has a go at the back end of Jack Burrows, car number 22. 160 Colin Gregg has a go. Oh, there's all sorts of mayhem happening there on the mid-bend turn with a couple of cars that looks as if they're almost going through the fence, including Jeff Coleman. Car number 239. He restarts. So the field then spread all the way around in the very early stages. We're moving into lap 3 now with car number 160 time round leading, and that's confirmed as still being the case. From car number 201 and a 251 third, and then the number 22 and number 60. Jamie Bagley in car number 9 was passed, and number 46 for Koppen from the Netherlands out there having another crack, getting his money's worth in whilst he can. Trouble down here for number 68, Dave Brennan, who's come to a halt right by the starter's rostrum, and there's Keith Stanford in trouble in number 33 there, along with 667 Tim Farrell and 279 and 151. They're not going to be the only ones either, because Stephanie Estelle joins them in car number 207. 160 and 251 in first and second places at the moment. Driving car number 251, Alistair Forsyth. Holding it round really quickly. Widdowson goes by, and so does the Dutchman. Waved yellows, Mr. Starter, please. Waved yellows. Your leader is 160. And 251 immediately behind him. .160 the leader, 251. So 1 or 2 casualties pulling off onto the centre green, but the rest of the field lining up, not necessarily in their race positions, of course, according to the chart. But the first 5, in fact, are exactly in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, in the order as they appear on the lap charts. So it's number 160, Colin Gregg. From Alistair Forsyth in 251, number 60. Brent Whitehead in number 60. So they're all roaring away down there again. Gary Hooper in 686, using the bumper on car number 855 to good effect. And it's halfway next time, Mr. Starter, halfway next time. .251, Mr. Forsyth there putting the bumper in. And indeed the leader's gone wide, and Alistair Forsyth could well be the man who goes into the lead now, which he does in car number 251, and away goes the second place man. That could create quite a little bit of mayhem around there as they all get caught up, and it's Forsyth who shoots ahead in car number 251. No problems for him now. We're into the second half of this event. Remember, Alistair Forsyth in car number 251, well ahead from Steve Maidlow in 855 in that second place. Then comes Gary Kent in car number 780. 635, Steve Widdowson, certainly up there, and that'll be confirmed next time round, and indeed already is confirmed. The 151 car certainly looking a bit sick and sorry as it pulls off over on the far side. Alistair Forsyth in car number 251, the leader from Steve Maidlow in 855 in that second place. Then Gary Kent in 780. 635, Steve Widdowson, number 9, Jamie Bagley, and there's trouble there for Colin Gregg again in car number 160, and it's 5 next time, Mr. Starter, 5 next time. So with 5 laps to go, Alistair Forsyth is safely out in front in car number 251, but Steve Maidlow in 855 is doing his best to shorten the distance before the checker flag goes down. Gary Kent trying hard as well in car number 780, and Steve Widdowson in 635 rattling around here at a very quick pace indeed, and he too might well finish a little higher in the placings before that checker goes down. He's certainly going to, because he's switched beautifully past Gary Kent in 780, and now goes chasing after Maidlow in 855. Past the start-finish line to go. Alistair Forsyth still there in 291 from Steve Maidlow in 855, and Steve Widdowson in 635. And is Steve Widdowson going to perhaps get close enough in the time that's left to make a challenge for that first place, particularly if Forsyth, by some untoward chance, makes an error? Is he? Will he? We shall have to wait and see. There's still time. The board's going out. Forsyth still there in 2.51. Steve Widdowson in 6.35. Looking for a chance to go through on the inside of Maidlow on turns 1 and 2, and they're neck and neck as they go down that back straight. Everyone trying to shut the door there, and it's going to be Gary Kent who puts the bumper in hard on Steve Widdowson in 6.35. Gary Kent coming through on the inside, and he moves up into second place. Steve Widdowson drops down. In fact, because Maidlow's up there as well in 8.55, it still has the Forsyth in car number 2.51 from Gary Kent, 7.80. Kent gets into trouble down there with the back marker. Steve Maidlow trying to come back in 8.55. Then comes 6.35. Steve Widdowson and number 9, Jamie Bagley, as they go down that back straight. The second, third, fourth, fifth placemen are all very close, and anything can happen, but he still has the Forsyth in the leading car number 2.51. He goes down the home straight with Gary Kent in hot pursuit, car number 7.82. Then goes 8.55. Steve Maidlow, 6.35. Steve Widdowson, then number 9, Jamie Bagley, and they're all really trying hard. Gary Kent, a last surge down the back straight. He's really going to try and have a go at Forsyth. Puts the bumper in hard there in an effort to move Forsyth off the line, and it looks as if he might well have succeeded as they come through. It's going to be 7.80. Gary Kent who takes it from 8.55. Steve Maidlow 6.35. Steve Widdowson number 9, and maybe Farrell in car number 6, 6, 7. All change on the last lap. What a finish! What a finish! Still waiting for these back markers to come through. And thank you, Mr. Starler. We can now have the Reds again, please. Highest place lower grader. That's been presented, or actually has been given down there by one of his racing colleagues. He gets that trophy. Pete Hall, that's been presented to. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, give all our prize winners there, various trophy winners by courtesy of various sponsors, to which we offer our sincere thanks all the way through. Right, let's give you the confirmed results. Gary Kent first across the line, 7.80. Steve Maidlow was second in 8.55, and an extremely good drive from Steve Widdowson, who was third from that handicap, remember, in 6.35. Jamie Bagley was fourth, driving car number 9, and in fifth place was car number 862, Les Burrows. Sixth place went to 7.90, Mark Taylor, and seventh was 2.51, Alistair Forsyth. Eighth place went to 1.88, Simon Panton. Ninth was number 160, Mark Thomas, and in 10th place was 667, Tim Farrell.
The final event then of this BriSCA Formula 2 World Championship Skegness weekend. On track now, race 16 on the programme, the Saloon stock cars. So then I'm sure it's going to be fast and furious right from the drop of the green flag. And indeed it is. We've got action right around the circuit, right from that drop of the green flag. Cars ain't going in there. We can see Adrian Q in 76, 226, 400, 641, 45. That's Alan Gladden. So quite a big pile up there on turns 1 and 2, the turnstile end of the stadium. Then your race leader, Mr. Starter, Caroline Cunningham. We pick it up again, and no sooner do we say that, the picture changes completely. Number 8 was in second place, so he's gone, so we're looking for a new leader this time around. .468 then your race leader, Kelvin Nichols from 120. 468 from 120. 120 then, and now at the head of affairs, Mr. Starr, that's that Glenn Dorling again. Glenn Dorling then in car number 120, leading the fray. We'll try and pick him up around the raceway. Glenn Dorling then, there he is, up on turns 3 and 4, experiencing quite a few problems. but managing to negotiate that at 120. .468 in second and then 9.26 Mr. Starter, so it's 120, 468, 9.26 then now at the head of affairs. This race picture changing completely. Rob Brackenbury then in car number 9.26, really on the charge. 468 Kelvin Nichols experiencing problems as Andy moves a 183 surges through. Rob Brackenbury then in the car number 926 car. Had a good meeting here last night, picking up a second in heat 3. He's currently at the head of affairs. Andy moves in 183 is second, Mr. Starter, coming towards you now. .468 Kelvin Nichols then was in third place, going backwards with a 360 there, completely around the raceway. Car strewn around, but nobody can catch 926 Rob Brackenbury. He's the one totally at the head of affairs. Andy moves a 183, perched there in second place. 27 Roy Fuller. Roy Fuller then car number 27, moving on the inside of the 183 car to take over second spot, and he's 5 next time. 926, 27, 183, 238, 641. That's the way it looks at this moment in time on the raceway. His commentators' observations only. Your confirmed leader though is 926, Rob Brackenbury then from up the road in Boston in Lincolnshire. Forcing the pace, Roy Fuller in car number 27 is in second spot, 183, and moves through into third. At 238 on the inside is Eddie Aldous. And 641 Richard Shearing. The race at long last then setting down. It's 926. 238 Eddie Aldous and 641 Richard Shearing, 183. Andy moves. That's the way it's looking at this moment on the race. It is commentators' observations only. 3-lap board then out this time for the 926 car, powering off at turn 4 towards the home straightaway. There he goes, Rob Brackenbury. Eddie Aldous in 238 and 641 Richard Shearing, 183. Is Andy moves first in a 4th spot. The leading 3 cars then beginning to get closer together. It's 926, 238, 641, 183, Mr. Starter. 2-lap board then out. This could be a very big win indeed for Rob Brackenbury in the 926 car. Richard Shearing putting pressure on Eddie Aldous. They've collided together along that back straightaway, carrying off the safety fence. And that's put 183. Andy moves back in the 2nd spot. Last lap then, this time around for Rob Brackenbury from Boston, 183. Andy moves, the world number 3. 400, looks as though he's moving through into 3rd place. That to be confirmed. Your race leader then, leading off at turns 3 and 4 to the checkered flag and Steve Markham. Rob Brackenbury then takes the honours in the Saloon stock race. Heat 2. Unconfirmed, or 183 maybe in 2nd place, but that's commentators' observations only. We await for official confirmation. Red's on the raceway, Mr. Starter. Red's on the raceway. Ian Jarman then now confirmed your race winner. This is why we always say, of course, commentators' observations only. Wait for the official result. Ian then registering his 2nd race win of this speed weekend. In second place, 9.26, Rob Brackenbury. And in third place, 1.83, Andy Moose. Full and official results as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, have a safe journey home. Those of you going on to Boston, please do drive safely. The meeting will not be starting before 7 o'clock, so we've got plenty of time to get up there for the BriSCA Formula One's Grand Prix, supported by the Formula 2s. Ian Jarman then on that well-deserved lap of honour, very popular local winner.